Hello, everybody. Anybody? Is there anybody out there? Just yell if you can hear me. We're not going to take it anymore. I've had enough. I'm not going to take it lying down. Uncle Joe. Not going to take it anymore. No more.
This ain't your father's Republican Party. Not a joke. This is not your father's Republican Party.
This is not your father's Republican Party. This is a different deal. They are not who we are. They're not who America is.
Because this is not your father's Republican Party. I call them the new Republican Party. This is not your father's Republican Party. I remember working with Republicans. And by the way, this ain't your father's Republican Party. This is not your father's Republican Party. This is a different group of folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Not every Republican is a MAGA Republican. Not every Republican embraces that extreme ideology.
And not all Republicans, but the radical right in the Republican Party.
Well, thanks, Joe. You aren't much of a president. You're not a leader. And, you're not much of a Democrat. In fact, communist. You don't even know what you are. But we know what you are. And hopefully, bounce you out on your ear here pretty soon. If we don't do it, the ravenous Democrats will. They're going to hold on to power no matter what. Is it too early for you? Brew, baby, brew. I've brewed over a lot of things. I've steamed about a lot of things. Ooh, this looks good. I wonder if Horror Mike knows about this. Oh, I'm sure he does. Big Bang, yeah. Knights of Justice, the Golden Heroes of Earth B are back. Why do we have an A, a B, a C? Oh, well. That's cool, though. Golden Age. Shall I show it? I think it's pretty cool. Rush head on into battle. Have Commando D there. Oh, is it Mr. Mystic? I don't know all of these. If I got out my Big Bang books, I could. I'm falling behind on Big Bang. They're doing a lot of good things. You can find them under bigbang.com, something like that. Like the Golden Age of Heroes. Or not even really the Golden Age, on some of these. Interesting stuff. If you like, superhero stuff. Caroline said she would join us. Here's Tom Baker in the Vault of Horror, 1973. I don't know that I've seen that. Of course, he was the, hey, thank you, Rerun. Second like. First to say first. That's right. Tom Baker looking a little bit like Rasputin there. Mm-hmm. That head of hair. That big smile. I may have to check that movie out. That's Tom Baker played Moore, Moore, in The Vault of Horror, 1973. Have you seen that movie? I don't think I have. Wow, man. Don't think I can show that. That people are turning into animals. Wow. What's happening to our museums? uh, is that a pile of, well, you know the thing. No, it's a snake sculpture. From Yu Thong District. Of course it is. Yu Thong. Huh. I wear underwear, not a thong. Yu Thong District in Thailand. I have to ask Rini about that. Irene. 6th through the 11th century CE. So they don't know how old it is. Once you pass 5,000 years, and so they say, and I don't believe that. The radioactivity, or the lack of, in rocks can change by many, many different methods. So when it comes to dating something and saying, this is thousands of years old, or this is hundreds of years old, or this is millions of years old, the way they're trying to do it is woefully unreliable. Whoa, what is this thing? Violin mantis. Wow. Huh. It's amazing. You want to see a violin mantis? Have you ever seen a violin mantis? Yeah, I could see this thing dancing to music. Dance to the music. It's too early for that. I guess it's you and me, Rerun. I mean, everybody else is sleeping in. It's Saturday. They partied hardy. They're not up for this, I did the UK thing, decent time on the UK. So what's up? Should have a crowd in here by now. Not complaining. It's the weekend. I got my rest. I left Vic standing. He was, well, I don't know what he was doing, but he was sleeping or something. People have lost their freaking minds. I mean, look at Bruce Jenner there. How he thinks that makes him look, I mean, can you not see there is some dysphoria or something going on there where you can't see yourself realistically, where you lose track of who you are. I mean, I know he was one of the best at the Olympics. And that's kind of fleeting fame, but I mean, he's garnered that into a fortune. However, and with the Kardashian thing and who knows what else, I don't know. But you can't see yourself realistically in the mirror. That's something wrong. It's a mad, 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 mad world. 1963. Wonderful, wonderful movie. Check it out. They made a remake called The Rat Race. Rowan Atkinson in there. I don't know who else. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel today. Yeah. Apparently that's how everybody else feels today, too. Interesting. I swear, you can get a PhD or you can waste half your life. I don't know. I haven't figured out which yet. By the internet. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Check that out with the mushrooms going around the branch and growing upward. That's pretty cool. Having some hot brewed coffee with a little bit of lemon juice. I made it all ready except for the brewing part. Pearl necklace. Yeah. Catwoman. Number 51 variant cover. The pearl necklace. Looking all salacious. There's a close-up. Why is that important? It's not. But I take suggestions like that. I'm writing stuff down for Lady of the Night. Yeah, she would have a pearl necklace. So I will make a note of that right now on my little board. My grandmother was named Pearl. My mother's mother. She wore a pearl necklace. Diamond Pearls Beauty. But they said Peels. Peals. What the hell? Spell check. It's not how you spell pearls. Some people just don't know, do they? Necklace. Pearl necklace. P-E-A. P-E-A. P. Earl. R-L. Pearl necklace. Not P-E-A-L-S. Why is that important? Those people are dumbed down. They're stupid. They post stuff wanting to be taken serious. I'm a professional. Well, okay. You've convinced me with your stupidity. Am I being too harsh? Maybe so on an early Saturday morning. And it is early. I mean, it's 6:15 a.m. here. I'm not an early person by any means. No, I don't want to get up early. Don't make me get out of bed. Please don't make me get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. Porcelain fungus is incredible. This is a mushroom that resembles glazed pottery and oozes its own fun fungicide to annihilate competitors. It's often the only shroom on the branch. How beautiful and badass. Really? People going off on mushrooms, just fungus growing on a log? Slick little fascinating. But well, I must say, nature is fascinating for sure. But I think in this day and time, we could find something better to tweet about or talk about than fungus, oozing fungus. Oh, well. Maybe they're a botanist with too much time on their hands. Too much time on my hands. Too much time on my. How about you? Do you have too much time on your hands? How many people have too much time on their hands? Shroom. I don't eat shrooms. I guess this one's edible. They really didn't say. They said mostly, they find them eaten on by animals, but that one's in perfect condition. Well, let's get excited. Hashtag fungus. Really? Interesting. Wow. Check this out. Space Shuttle Endeavour makes a low pass over lax on the back of a 747 shuttle carrier aircraft. Yeah. Yeah, baby. It's pretty impressive. It doesn't even look like it'd fly. It looks like it just fall out of the sky. Interesting. Piggyback anyone? Really? I'm surprised. Alfred Nobel. Oh, Alfred Nobel. Yeah. Yeah. Inventor of dynamite. October 1833, Swedish chemist, inventor of dynamite and founder of Nobel Prize. Alfred Nobel is born in Stockholm. So he was born in Stockholm, Sweden on this date in 1833. So blow him up, Bob, right here. Hey, Margot. How are you, dear? Margot, I should have sent you the link. I can do it. I'd love to hear your voice today. That would put a smile on my face. Not that I'm frowning. Turn that frown upside down into a smile. That's what I'm talking about. Did I mention? No, I know I didn't. That BEOWAR is 93% there. Less than 6 days. Let's get on it. It says 66 backers, but They say they've hit that coveted 69. 69 and beyond. At this rate, he'll be funded before he goes on bankrupt, and I love that. Too often, some of these shows get credit, and perhaps deservingly so. I don't know. Any way you can get funded without, selling yourself to the devil. I mean, don't want to do that. Do we? Do we want to do that? Hell no. I don't even want to joke about that. And I could, but I won't. Oh, the good old days, right? Oh, beautiful Margot.
Good morning, Rex.
How are you, Rex? That's the way.
How are you, Rex?
Yes, that's how I envision you saying it. Of course, it's not morning for you, is it?
It's just going noon. It's 12:20.
12:20, right after noon. Yeah.
Yes.
I have to get up at like 6 a.m. in the morning to do a nooner for you,
This is very true.
Mm-hmm.
I've been up since about 6 this morning.
Well, me too, but that was only minutes ago.
Yes.
Oh, well, I've gotten some rest, and I know you have, because you seem very responsible to me when it comes to
I like my sleep.
Yeah, I do too. I sleep all day. If I had somebody to do it with, oh my gosh, I'd probably never get out of bed.
Oh.
Well,
I've got a little one that's came to see who are you talking to, Mum? Who are you talking to? Because I'm speaking, and it's the tiny one.
I hear the click, click, click.
Yeah, the click, click. I've got wooden floors, and I've got 4 dogs, so it's click, 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 click all the time. I'm used to it.
Beautiful, beautiful animals.
They are lovely little horrors, as I call them.
So what's been going on in your world, Margot?
Nothing much today. It's not very nice today, but I was on, not on Hens, but I was in Hens chat last night.
Yeah.
And I think that's about all I've done apart from have a sleep. But yeah, I did check on BEOWAR when I woke this morning, and it does say 66 backers. So I was like, yay!
Yeah.
It looks good. So, Anth, you've only got another 2 backers, and then it's your turn to back.
Say that again?
I said Anth has only got another 2 backers to go, and then it's his turn to back.
It's too late. That's what I was saying,
Well, yeah.
69, it's not showing, but they've already done 69. He waited too long. He'll never get it. Somebody else got it. I know it only says that on there, but there's more than,
Yes, the contributions.
Maybe it's the 69 that shows.
Yes, once it's shown.
Oh, wow. Divorce your loved one with dignity.
Okay. Why would you want to divorce a loved one? If they're a loved one, why would you want a divorce?
I don't know. Here's a picture of Frank Sinatra on the set of Marriage on the Rocks.
I like Frank Sinatra. I grew up watching Frank Sinatra.
1965, the year I was born. Yeah, he did like a war movie, had a little goatee.
Yes, he did.
With Steve McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I spent most of my weekends at my grandparents' house. Oh. So whatever they watched on TV is what I watched.
If your
and it was mostly
Oh, are your
mostly Doris
grandparents still
Day.
living?
No, but my grandmother
Okay.
lived until she was 92.
Oh,
So
wow. Yeah.
I had her for 42 years. I had a grandmother, which I think is very, very long for a person, because some people don't get
Yeah.
as much as that. My youngest only had a grandmother up until the age of 9. He lost both of his grandmothers. So I know I was blessed to have all that wisdom
Yeah.
at my fingertips, and I would visit her every day until I had my own children, and then once a week, and that continued until she was 92, and then I would
Wow.
take my own children to see her.
That's amazing.
She was a very, very wise and a very naughty woman sometimes, she was fun to be with.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's wisdom, you know.
Yes.
When I see some very, very aged person, hey, Caroline, she
Good
said she
morning,
would
Caroline,
be
or
joining
afternoon.
in.
Afternoon, Caroline.
She said she'd be joining in a little later.
I
She's
do like,
cooking for her daughter.
yes, I do like these times of day for a stream for myself, because when Hen or yourself goes live, it's 10
Mhm.
o'clock at night for me, and by that time I'm
I
actually
know.
in my bed but listening
Yeah.
to you.
Uh-huh.
So I do like the afternoon ones, or the
Well,
early
like I
morning
said,
for
I like the
yourself.
idea of you curled up under a comforter, you know,
Listening,
just
falling
listening
asleep.
and dozing off. Yeah. Yeah, I try and be accommodated to the UK crowd, you know.
Yes, yes, you
Wow,
are.
I've never seen this picture. It looks like it's from World War One. The sausage guy. I don't know.
The sausage guy.
Yeah,
Okay, do.
Frankfurters. I mean, you know,
There's
instead
a
of
few
bullet
different,
belt, he's, you know,
few different sausages.
yeah. Boy, I bet he had to look out for the rats
Oh well.
in the trenches, you know. If there was a war I would not have wanted to ever be in, it's World War One. Put me
Well,
in World War Two, put me in the Civil War,
I
you
would
know.
tend to choose, if I had a choice, there wouldn't be one. That would be my choice, but I don't have a
It would
choice.
be World War One.
No, it wouldn't be any of them. But
Oh, yeah.
I would choose none of them. But my grandmother was born in 1915, and
Wow.
she went she experienced World War II more because she had children. World War II, she had 2 boys before my grandfather left, and she had 2 girls. One, I don't know if he maybe was on leave, and then it's 8 years later until the next one, you know. So, but she went through the war, and then she came through the rations and stuff like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Saved every piece of wrapping paper and ironed it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, my mother worked before she worked for an older lady that was in her 90s a few years
Yes.
ago, and it's, you know, you get at least over here you get like thing of hamburger in often a pink or a light green styrofoam,
Oh,
and
okay.
so you'd wash that off the bottom, you know, and it would be just wrapped where you could see the meat on top. And she would save all those, you know. And so, you know, she went through like depression times
Yes.
and she would eat like,
Well, that's how.
I mean, if there was a little dab of jelly or something left on the plate, she would have my mother take that off and save it
Yes.
in the refrigerator.
Yes.
Yeah, every little bit, you know, if it
It was
wasn't eaten.
also why
Yeah.
they introduced family allowance, and they gave people money to have children, because they had to build back up the amount of loss that they had gone through, because it was a horrific 4-year
Right.
war.
Yeah.
And that's
Caroline says, I think
family
that's why I
allows.
keep dreaming of Shadowhawk. He's the last thing I hear before
Yes,
I fall
Caroline.
asleep.
I don't know if I dream about
Maybe
anyone.
so, but there's something about his voice that and the mystery of not ever seeing his face, I guess. Because she hears me at the same time. She doesn't dream about me. Anyway.
Yes, Caroline, you have to dream about Rex. He's feeling left out.
Yeah, I like to be in people's dreams, you know. I would like to be remembered one day, but most of us won't be remembered at all. And that's why while people are here, we should appreciate them. Oh, wow. This is a wee arrangement of Scottish like a carnivore, but this is carnivorous.
Carnivorous.
Okay.
Carnivorous.
I get CARBON, right? Carbon. IFERIOUS.
That's carboniferous. I don't know if that's a word.
Can you say it again?
Carboniferous. But I don't recognize that as a word. I
Well,
may be wrong.
crap. Okay. Anyway, crinoids, crinoids are just bits and pieces of like plant, prehistoric plant. But these are from Scotland. So I just happened to come across this. So I think you might want to see that. But these crinoids in Scotland. My friend will, find crinoids, these bits and pieces. And yeah, you could make jewelry and stuff, if it has a hole there. But
you could.
yeah. But he will put them on paintings, acrylic paintings, and use them for. You can find these all over the world, even in Antarctica. Antarctica used to be tropical,
Okay, I now have 3 dogs walking about. I might have to mute if the clicking gets any worse.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
I'll be calm down.
I kind of like it.
I'll be calm.
The click, click, click.
Good kettle.
Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. Down the chimney, oh Saint Nick.
Oh, and number 4. I was going to say, do you know, I was actually, for some reason the other day, the Santa Claus poem popped into my head, and I was walking about saying it out loud, and I was like, what are you doing, Margot? It's far too early. But I used to read the story to my kids every year. Right, babies, you have to be quiet. Or you be banned.
I'm going to test your hey, Risey.
Good morning, Risey.
And Eric and Boyd in the house. Hello, party people.
Hi, Eric.
You know who this gentleman is?
No.
That's Rembrandt.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the many self-portraits he did. Before Vincent van Gogh did all his, there was Rembrandt.
Yes.
Yeah. But I say Van Gogh, a lot of people, but I realize it's Dutch.
I say Van Gogh as well, but that's how it was pronounced for years before they changed it to Van Gogh.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
here it was
Dutch.
anyway.
The
Dutch
are going to say, it's a little bit
well,
different.
if it is Dutch, that's how it's pronounced. They'll know how it's pronounced. It's their language.
Wow. Today in history, Republican President Warren G. Harding, and he was corrupt. He had the Harding scandal. I believe he played the trumpet or something. He was musically inclined, I think. Delivers the first speech of a sitting president against lynching in the South. So we have a corrupt president, and here's another one that's known for his corruption. Of course, right after him, we got a good one. That was, hey, pal Ryder, And Glenn Fleming
Glenn's
in
here
the
as
house.
well. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Pale Rider.
Morning. Here's something for you, Rex. Pale Rider. Dropping a link. All right, I'll take a look at that. I'm not even watching my own video. I need to just to leave a like. Hello, hint, hint, hint. Oh, 6 people have done it already. All right. Let's see what Pale Rider has for us.
Hello, Topher.
The last place one would expect to see an image of a hashtag woman flashing. Oh, really? Where are these carvings of women flashing? Was that it? Really? Ancient origins? I don't believe that. Anyway.
Okay.
Strangeness abounds when it comes to Pale Rider.
I did wonder what you were reading.
Yeah, just a tangent. I remember this.
Right, Glenn is writing a lot in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, check this. My brother had one, and it would vibrate. That's why you had the plug there, and you put the little plastic defensive men or whatever, line them up, and and it was just kind of random. It's a lot of fun, though.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah, you'd put the little plastic men like chess pieces and stuff.
Okay.
On this day, 60 years ago, President John F. Kennedy issued this declaration to the world. It shall be the policy of the nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba, as he would say it, Cuba, against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union. Scary stuff. Oh, I can well imagine. Hello, Topher, and hello, Amanda B.
Good morning, Amanda.
Both your pronunciations
Yes.
for Van Gogh are incorrect.
Incorrect. We're
You can't
incorrect.
type it. Yeah, I mean I realize I say it wrong. You had one of those football games. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like you had to get the.
Well, there's a lot of hooks in Scotland,
Yeah.
so hooks is easy for us.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean in Hebrew too.
But most
there's
people
like,
say it's called a loch, but in Scotland we call it a loch. It's like Loch Ness. It's not Loch Ness. It's
Right.
Loch Ness.
Well, that's.
But it's the way
it's
the way it's spelt. It's just that we pronounce the CH differently.
Right. Yeah, and you had to be forgiving, right? On stuff
Yes.
like that. It's not like
it's not a big thing, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow. Yeah, just what you want, man. I need to get one of these. Fraser Hines Jamie doll. There's your Scottish character in Doctor Who, wearing his
Fraser
kilt.
Hines, Jamie doll.
Yeah. Fraser
Oh,
Hines still
goodness.
going
I
strong
see that.
too. One of the last people to look at there. Maybe that's kind of homemade. I don't know.
No, it looks 1960s toys.
Really?
I don't think they would be homemade. Unless,
Well, I mean, the arms look a little sophisticated if they move.
well, unless they're sold
60s.
now as characters
Yeah.
that you can paint yourself.
Yeah.
You know how World of Warcraft and stuff, they've got all those little characters and stuff. Maybe it's Plaster of Paris. Remember, Plaster of Paris was really big when I was a child. When I was young, it was extremely big.
Plaster of Paris, Banks.
I had many. I done all the little figures because I loved the drawing and the painting.
Eric says Vincent can't hear us anyway.
No, he can't. He's only got a funny.
Now, how do you know that?
Because his hand's covering his other ear.
Yeah. Here, good joke. By the way, here's how I pronounce Van Gogh. Who gives a crap?
Who gives a crap?
I
did enjoy doing those little figures when I was young. So I know the man, I'm calling him a man because he's 20 odds next door. He's been painting these little World of Warcraft
this
figures
guy
for years.
made them
Yeah,
last
there you
night.
go.
He made those
them.
figures last night, dressed them all up in the Abominable Snowman outfit because I loved the new animation, which I still have not seen, which I
Neither
still
have
not
I.
watched.
Neither have I.
Do you buy that type of thing?
No, not anymore.
You don't, not anymore.
I
You
did
don't
when my
buy
children, when my children were young. I would buy them lots of little activity
Yeah.
sets and stuff like that.
Right.
But I ended up doing it mostly myself with my eldest. But my youngest son, he's really into art, so he enjoyed those kind of things.
Yeah.
But we would buy those, you know, those little dinosaurs you get, and it's literally it's like a wooden jigsaw puzzle, but it's not a flat jigsaw puzzle; it's a 3D one.
Oh, 3-dimensional. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got a few of them Tyrannosaurus Rex because, of course, that's his favourite, and other bits and pieces because he was dinosaur daft for 6 years. I learned so much about dinosaurs in 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's like.
Well, that was his interest, so that
Yeah.
captured his attention. He used to go out the back door
JFK making that announcement.
Sorry, I'm missing the chat. Oh no, you've got the video.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have the video. Just a still image of JFK giving that announcement. You know, about the blockade and everything. Scary times, definitely scary times on the brink of war. You know, fortunately, Russia backed down, and you know, you had a leader saying, "We will bury you." You know, but. And literally, it seems like they're burying people over there in the Ukraine in mass shallow graves. I don't know.
That's been on the news for a couple of months now. I stopped watching because I just couldn't watch anymore. I had to just turn it off and go and do something, which is a shame because people, they can't turn it off and go do something else. But it was very sad. Take yourself away for something that makes you sad, if you can.
I have to learn not to click on these things.
Yes.
To survive a bear attack, it says stand still and be silent. And it's kind of coming up, being, you know, curious about the lady. Hello, sweetness.
I made it.
Good. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Margot. How are you?
I'm quite good this afternoon.
Good.
Since I can't sing the song, we call you Sweetness.
Sing the song.
Yeah, your mic seems awful light today. Are you being
It's quite
silent?
low today.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's a bit better.
Of course, I can
put it a bit closer to me.
I thought it was just me.
Whispering sweet
I am
nothings.
quiet today. I'm tired today.
You are?
A long day yesterday.
Well, you're entitled, I'm sure. Yeah. She says, yeah. I am entitled.
I am. No, my daughter's ill. So she had me up in the middle of the night, running her a bath and looking after her. So.
Well,
Caroline, that's tough going. In the middle of the night, get up and run me a bath. That is tough going.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum turns 70 today.
I like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I like him.
Here's a picture of
Ragnarok as the Grand Master. I think he's hilarious.
There he is in The Fly under all that makeup.
Oh, that was my favourite movie way back when. It terrified the life out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, when he throws up on that guy's hand.
No.
I'm going to run Margot off.
Yeah.
Eric says, I hope your daughter gets better, Caroline.
Yes, me too.
She'll be all right. Thank you.
And I hope Mum's not too exhausted.
Mum was exhausted. Sorry, I'm eating.
That's okay.
I spent all day yesterday with my son. He wanted to get his hair cut. His
Oh, that's
hair was
awesome.
right down, longer than mine,
Oh my goodness.
and he had it all chopped off to his shoulder length, and then he had it bleached and dyed pink. So I was in the hairdressers with him for about 5 hours.
How does he feel about his new hairdo?
He loves it. It really
Good.
suits him as well.
Good.
It's great.
Because that's quite dramatic change.
It was a huge change. Yeah, and you know, it was his decision. So
Yes. I know that when my son went to the local hairdressers, she actually said to him, "Does your mum know you're here to get your hair cut?" Because his hair was down his back and had been for years. And he went in and went, cut it all off. And she went, "Does your mum know? Phone your mum and ask her." And I was like, I mean, he's 18. He can do what he likes. But,
I was a bit disappointed that she just sort of chopped it all off and I didn't get to keep it, because last time he had his hair cut, they put it in a ponytail, so I've got that. But
well, that's good. I still have the two little first curls from my children.
Yeah, I do.
They're both platinum blonde, both of them.
Oh, really?
They're now both extremely dark, but babies, it's platinum blonde hair.
Oh, wow.
I had really blonde hair until I turned 11, and then it started changing darker. So
yeah,
one of these days, your children could be cloned from that hair follicle.
This is true. Only if there is a little bit. No, it can't be, because there's no root on the end of cut hair. So you can't clone. You can't clone from a cut hair, because that's a dead piece of hair.
Not from the follicle.
It has to be from the root. Yes.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah,
just
you
like
need
the engineering the
fleshy
robots
part.
to do.
All you need is really a few cells, you know.
A good yank on the way past. Come here, yank. Save you for later.
On this day in 1904, warships from Russia Baltic Fleet en route to the Far East mistake British fishing trawlers in the North Sea for Japanese torpedo boats and open fire.
Yes.
Britain comes close to declaring war over what becomes known as the Dogger Bank incident. You say yes as if you know this.
It's history.
Well, it is history, but that's a history I really didn't know about. So I guess I may have heard it in passing. There's been so many different skirmishes, you know. There's Margot showing her intelligence again.
No, I have no intelligence. I do not claim to have intelligence at all.
There seems to be a lot of posts today on war. Are we on the brink of world war?
I think they're just trying to frighten us into thinking it.
Rex, you need to step away from Twitter. You need to step away. And no.
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
Look up something like funny cat memes on Twitter or something.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm just actually going through the days
the days scroll
of people that I follow, you know, and some days it's you know, celebrity, some days it's history, archaeology, just different, or a mixture, you know. Here's a
my Twitter was mostly consumed of Johnny Depp for about 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's only just recently beginning to change again, because that's not where I'm going now, because of course he got justice, so we're good. But it's taken a while for the feed to try and give me things that I'm interested in now.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of comic stuff now, which is good, because it was fine when it was the Johnny Depp stuff, but then it just all
that's what I was interested in. Yes, I wanted to know all the
has not been named, and I do not want to hear anything about her. I don't think we should be giving her any publicity.
I don't give.
I agree. I
No,
agree.
we're keeping it all going by
But
anyway, whatever.
it's getting more and more comics now because I'm following more and more people
Yeah,
as I'm getting to find out where all these cool artists are actually at. It's like, oh, you're good and you're good and you're good.
yeah, exactly. It's much more fun, but
And then there's me.
No, Rex, I am on your channel
Oh.
all the time. I am on your channel all the time. I watch your channel every night.
Oh, I know. Yeah. And then
I'm a
fall asleep.
dedicated follower of fashion.
Well, busy day. Mother's busy day. You know, you're tired. I understand.
No, my children are grown. No.
Yeah, I
so
know.
am
But
mine.
still,
You
that's
think
Yeah,
what
but
I want.
you're still
That's
doing
what
what
I
I
want
don't do anymore.
24/7. All that bread, it's not good for you. I fell out. Poor Rex. Yeah.
Yeah, but the bread is
looks
good.
good.
Yeah.
It tastes good, Rex. That's the whole point
Oh, it
of eating.
does. Yeah. And
I
smells
don't
so
see the
good
point
it.
in eating something that's really healthy for you and it
Yeah.
tastes terrible. I do not see the
Smells
point
so
in that.
good, doesn't it? Fills the house when you make a pizza.
Well, fresh bread in the oven is a delicious smell
Oh,
through the
yeah.
house.
And
Do you
everything
do?
in moderation.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh man,
You've got to have your carbs,
we are
otherwise.
on hard times when the Kool-Aid man has to take the subway.
Oh,
Maybe it's because he's too big to fit in a car. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, ladies.
okay.
Yeah. But just speaking off the cuff.
So how's Vic's? Because I didn't watch it last night. How's his campaign going?
I was on there a couple
It's
times.
on the rise. It's slowly but steadily creeping up the percentages.
BEOWAR right now is at 93%.
Oh, that's good.
I know
good.
it's creeping up the ladder.
Less than 6 days left.
A couple of pushes.
Hey,
and
good stuff. Wow, you are up early and past Master Dan too.
Good
Some
morning,
people
Mrs. Good Stuff.
you
Mr.
go.
Good Stuff. Sorry, Mr. Good
Oh,
Stuff.
Mr. Good Stuff. Yes, not Mrs. Good Stuff today.
Good morning, past Master Dan.
Some of us are working to make comics fun, like Rex. Yeah, I hope so.
Eric actually said it's good to see Caroline and Margot having an interest in comics and art. And it's not that I've never had the interest, it's just that I've only just found this group on YouTube.
Right.
Oh, this is where everybody's been hiding. Okay.
I've always had an interest in art
Yes.
and drawing, but comics were not my thing, I'm afraid to say. But then
Right.
I thought comics were all just superheroes and things, and that's
Well,
not
I drew
my
my
bag.
brothers.
So
I drew
but-
my brother's comics
That's not
for him, so
your bag.
that's not my bag. But I found that
Oh, I'm out of luck then.
just superheroes. So it's, yeah. Oh, I've ordered
I'm out
the
of luck
first volume, first one of ElfQuest. So I should get that next week.
Oh, you did. Great. Yeah, I
did,
highly recommend that. Highly recommend that. Well,
So I'm
I'm
looking forward
just out of luck with you then, aren't I? I mean, I got the scans from Vic, and I do have, a lot of superhero stuff. This is the clown though from Grave
Scary
Tales.
Biscuits. We don't like clowns.
Okay, let me take that down for Margot. There's Cortex.
Blame Mr. Stephen King. I read the book before watching any movie, so my imagination's much worse than any movie can imagine.
Yeah, that's my problem as well.
Yeah, check out Fables. Yeah, that's another
Yeah,
one.
I'm literally just looking at it now. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
looking it up. You
Okay.
do keep saying that, Eric, and then as soon as I come off, I forget. So
Yeah.
I'm literally doing it as we speak.
I don't know if you had seen these scans, but
I like him. What's his name?
Cortex.
Cortex. Good
Somebody
name.
mentioned, I mean,
I love
actually
that
name
one.
him out of the chat. You know, I can't remember who it was, but they can, when the appropriate time comes, they can take credit.
I think that's
Here,
my favourite one out of all. This one.
Lady of the Night and
Yeah.
Silver Boa.
And
Yeah,
that whole drawing, the way the light's shining on them, I just
right.
absolutely love that piece.
Yeah. Now he does something similar. Whoops. He does something similar uh, in this one. You like this one?
Yeah, I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that one too.
She really looks like Ava Gardner in that one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like the
And
detail on her dress on that.
Flavor. How about that one? I'm going to get that one colored. Storm Rider. Of course, I could, you know, make him a little bit more apparent. He kind of blends in with the background. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see, I have to go back up here. Man, some early birds in here, you know? Some people need sleep, you ghouls.
Yeah, but Rex,
Taskmaster
these
says.
people have been to sleep most likely.
Yeah, I
They're
have been.
wakening up.
I
You
have been
have.
too. Yeah,
Okay.
I slept too. I let Vic kind of sleep on his own stream a couple times, you know. Oh no, I
Yes.
understand, but it's great to hear. Let's see, Fables. Yes, ElfQuest. Eric and Boyd says, I'm scared of that clown.
I'm scared of the clown.
I'm scared of that clown. I'm not up because I want to be, Past Master Dan says. Been laying around all week with an upper respiratory infection.
Oh no.
Wow, that's rough.
I think that's what my daughter's got as well. She's very
Oh, really?
struggling. Not struggling to breathe, but it's, laboured.
This is going to be, I've said from the very beginning, this one's going to be in an Alterna Comics ad, you know. Left room there up top on the left for text. This, I always thought, would make a great ad to sort of advertise what I'm trying to do. What do you think, ladies?
I like it when it's the same character all
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
I can
over
see
and
it now.
over
I
and
can
over
see it.
again.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
That is the bystander.
Ah, okie doke.
Yeah, just simple. Just a bystander in the crowd.
I'm
Wait.
still learning everybody's names. I know
Well,
Silver
yeah.
Boa and I know Storm Rider
Well,
because I
nobody
helped
knew
him
what
name that.
Superman was at first, you know. I had him do just a werewolf to see how he would, you know, would he give it more human features or more wolfish features? He likes the
I
one
like
that
that.
looks more like a wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the more wolf
I like the
features.
Yeah.
more werewolf. Yeah.
Otherwise, it reminds me of Teen Wolf.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or did you watch Monster Squad back in the 80s?
I don't
Not that
remember
I
it.
remember. No.
I don't
Really?
remember it either.
That was one of those great movies like Goonies.
I
Okay,
didn't.
no.
I've
I
never
don't know if
watched the
you'd seen
Goonies.
Goonies.
Oh,
Ever.
I love the Goonies. It's
I
a
know everybody
classic.
tells me I'm
It's
missing
a
out.
classic. I love it.
Both of my
If you
children
like
tell me
Goonies, to
I don't
me,
think
I
it's my
never
kind of
watched
humor.
Goonies till years later. But I always preferred Monster Squad because it had Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but in a fun way with
Yes.
kids, you know.
But I don't think we had that show.
I
Do
don't
you-
think we did. No.
Do you like his digital darkening around the edge there? I know on the right hand side, he said he'd have to rescan that because you see the edge of the page and it's supposed to cut off. But do you like that darkening around the edge? I don't know if I'm sold on that or not. You know, it looks like cheap airbrush. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I would have made it sort of darker in the corners and on the edge. And
I was
Right.
going to say I would have made it more oval and darkened towards the far
Yeah.
edges.
I like the
Yeah.
idea of it,
I
but
would have
definitely it's
ovaled.
got to be darker at the outside.
Yeah.
But it is good. I
Well,
do
you
like
know,
the
it's
effect. I like the
supposed to
effect.
it's supposed
Yeah.
to be the opposite of like the bystander where the stars are white, you know, and the space is black, and this is like the stars are black and the space is white.
Yeah.
So I don't know that the dark around the edges even makes sense for this character.
But you said it's digitally done.
Yeah, he
So
digitally did that
you're
over
able
dark
to take it away then.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
it's
and he's
digital.
gonna have
Yeah.
to rescan this one anyway because see on the far right, you can see the edge of the paper. He didn't like crop that off.
Yeah.
You know. So I think I would just like to have it without that.
He needs a monocle, says Past Master Dan.
That would be a
Well,
good.
he's got no eyes.
That doesn't make any difference.
matter.
But
Doesn't
you know
matter.
what?
The monocle's just for show.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll give him a monocle and a pocket watch. Margot, I think you suggested the eyeball ring.
I don't remember doing that.
Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't you, but yeah, that's a good suggestion to give him a monocle. Yeah.
I do like the eyeball ring though. It's quite cool.
Yeah. It's something you don't really, I mean, you kind of notice, like, what is that? But it's an eyeball ring. Yeah.
One of my babies is having a dream.
Oh.
Does she twitch?
It's
And
the
move?
boy, and yes, the legs are going.
Like she's running? Yeah.
Mhm.
Something. Yeah. Let's see. No one's keeping up with the chat. I'm certainly not. I like that bystander art. Let's see. TM Twisty Mittens. No. Total mystery. People are going to be making a joke about this for a long time.
Yes, Rex. Well, you asked for it.
Yeah. TM equals tongue mannequin. Yeah. Thor on a motorcycle. Yeah, basically with all that
very-
lightning, huh?
I'm quite grateful to Eric for guessing it because then it stopped my mind going at 100 miles an hour. Keep thinking of TM.
I know.
TM.
And I'm so pleased it was Eric that won
Me
as
too.
well.
Me too, because
Yeah.
he deserves it. He's had
Yeah.
a lot of trouble with his electronics this week. They're not playing nice with him at all.
Oh no.
If I do something wrong to
Hell,
the electronics,
JV.
I just get my son to fix it. I was like, I touched a button. I don't know what I've done.
He needs a monocle. Okay, Past Master Dan. I will make note of that, okay? Mhm.
Even if it's not on his eye, I can just sort of imagine it
It can be hanging or
Hanging from
something.
his
Yeah.
not
pocket.
floating, but coming,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Just, you can see it.
I like the fact that the guy in the Umbrella Academy has a monocle. I think that really goes with the character that he plays.
Yeah.
It seems like that the captain would have a monocle. I ain't got time for a monocle, Rex.
I think he does. I think the captain does have a
He
monocle.
probably does.
He has his bowler hat, and then he has a
Uh-huh.
monocle on him as everybody's drawn him. I'm positive there is a monocle there.
Yeah, but I thought there was a monocle on the Monopoly Man as well, so I don't know. I'm not judging.
Moneybags, is that his name? No.
Something like that. Yeah.
Moneybags might have been Banjo and Kazooie. I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember playing that.
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. Go to Alabama with a banjo on my knee.
I keep singing that whenever Fanta comes on. Every time someone says,
Oh, really?
I can't help sing that
Well,
song.
I can't help but think of the song that you hate when you come on.
Do you know, I don't actually hate it as much as I did growing up.
Yeah.
No, it's
growing on me.
it's growing on you now, Caroline. It's being
Well,
Well,
good.
every time the football comes on, you hear it. So it's like, I can't get
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it so much. But growing up as a kid, you know, it's just like, ugh, I hate that song. Especially because I was actually named after that song. So
It
you know,
pops into my head
It's
every
prominent.
time. Every
that
time.
that's why I'm called Caroline, because of that song. So
Oh, is it?
it is, yes.
It is.
It is
Really?
actually because of that song.
Yeah.
I am called Caroline. So I think that's why it irritates me a little bit more. But
My mother was asked, why, why did, or I think I asked her, if you want to know, why did you name me Rex? And she said, I just like the name.
There you go.
Yeah. Because you don't meet many Rexes. I've met less than a handful of Rexes in my lifetime. It's not a very common name.
no, I don't think
Now
I've met
TJ
any.
has
I'm trying to think of somebody that I
unless
know
it's a
called
dog,
Rex.
it's a dog name.
I don't think I know anyone else called Rex.
I don't think I know anyone else. No.
Oh, I'm unique.
But it always surprises me because my daughter's name's Josie, and everywhere I go, you find another Josie, literally everywhere. And you cannot, for love nor money, get anything with her name on. Not a mug, not a necklace, not anything. Not a pencil case. And I don't understand that. I thought it was quite a common name. Oh, wait, everybody's gone muted except me.
I'm sorry, I was rustling something, so I'm
No, that's okay. It's just sad. I thought it's gone quiet, and then I looked up at the screen, and it's like
nobody's
everybody's
talking to me.
muted. Oh, it's me, the Caroline Show. Yay!
Hi.
I was so busy reading the chat in my head.
Okay, my plant outside, the leaves are turning brown because it's autumn, and there are also new buds on the end.
Oh no!
And I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
The
God.
weather has no idea what it's doing. No idea.
No. I got soaked yesterday because it had rained in the morning, and then it was all bright sunshine when I went out. And I thought, oh, good, the rain stopped. And then 5 hours in the hairdressers, we came out, and it was torrential rain. So for the second time in 2 days, I got soaked. So.
Did you come in and go for a warm shower?
Oh, I didn't, because, when you get in, you just have to get on to cooking dinners and running baths and all sorts for when your daughter gets home, because she's scary if you don't.
I was getting to that stage in Scotland now. If it's not raining, it's a good day. So
yeah. Oh. We've just got like sunshine and showers the last few days. I'm waiting for snow. I really want snow this year.
We don't get much snow where I am. Closer inland, Glasgow, the Central Belt and that, yeah, they get a lot of snow. But because we are so near the coast, the snow doesn't last very long unless it is deep. Unless it's deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we just get what I call, icing sugar sprinkle. It comes and goes. Eric says Ali Sanguis was named after the song Alison by Elvis Costello, and she said she hates the song because of it. Yeah,
I don't know that song.
Sweet Caroline was written for Caroline Kennedy. Ooh.
I don't know that either.
I am reading the chat, everybody, but it's just you're talking amongst yourselves.
Is there something stupid song saying something stupid like hello?
Hey TJ.
Oh, is that the one? Hey TJ.
Is that the song? Good morning, TJ. Afternoon, TJ. Sorry, I keep saying that. It's not morning here anymore.
No, it's not morning here.
Topher says Sweet Caroline was written by Caroline Kennedy.
For Caroline Kennedy, wasn't
For
it?
Caroline.
For Caroline
Yes.
Kennedy.
Yes.
Well, who's Caroline Kennedy?
The song was written for this lady.
Oh,
it must be
okay.
love of his.
Yeah. Well, Warhol said you would have 15 minutes of fame, and he later revised that. I remember in the early 80s, he said, the way the world is, going faster, quicker, and everything, it's more like 15 seconds of fame. You think you'll have 15 seconds of fame?
I'm having my
Somehow.
15 seconds of fame right now.
I was going to say that.
Okay. Well, maybe so.
I'm not destined for anything great because you know
No.
what? I'm quite content the way I am.
Yeah, but
I'm
you don't
happy
know
for
that.
greatness to pass me by.
You don't know that. You might save a whole, there might be a fire in a building next to you, and you save, 73 people out of that building single-handedly. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. And fame's fleeting. Who cares? Most people aren't going to be remembered.
I suppose it depends on what you're famous for.
Yeah.
The reason behind
Yeah.
the fame is what's important.
That's what.
If it's something frivolous,
right?
Then
Frivolous. Yeah. Or if you're or infamous, because you could be remembered for doing a good thing or a bad thing, right?
Bad thing.
Yes. Well,
if I saved
to be honest,
73 people from a burning building, I wouldn't want fame for that. I just would have done it because.
The thing is, most people remember the bad things and not the good things.
Isn't that right? I mean, isn't that right? There's a lot of truth in that. You can do a million things good, but they remember the one bad thing you've done and hold it against you.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. They
You don't know the
that
struggle until you've eaten hot dogs on sandwich bread.
I'm just going to
And who hasn't done that? Hey, Shadowhawk.
Hey, Shadowhawk.
Hi, Shadowhawk.
You do have the link if you want to use it. Do you want snow? Are you looking for snow this year?
I want snow.
Yeah, I always want snow.
How to tell someone doesn't drive, they want snow.
Yeah, it's not a convenient thing always, but
it's so pretty.
Hey, Shadowhawk, and speaking of pretty,
hey, good morning. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, ladies.
Are you hungover?
No, not really.
No, not really. Okay.
No. All the best for seeing you, Shadowhawk.
I'm a seasoned professor, all right.
I'm seasoned. I'm well seasoned. I'm well preserved. Yes.
I'm damn near pickled.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Oh, we say in the South, fair to middling. Have you ever heard that?
Fair to middling. How are you doing? Fair to middling.
Yep.
We say that as well.
We do.
Shadowhawk, it's an everyday struggle. I'm just trying to hold it together. Like this gentleman here.
I realised that when Fanta visited, there's a lot of words said where she's from in America that we actually do say in Scotland. Because hens like, but that's not what we call it. And I said, but it's what we call it.
You're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say. Eric says. Well, so, there was a lot going on, and often there are on Fridays. Hey, James.
Hi, James.
So I guess we're going to try and attempt to sell some of Shadowhawk's artwork again today.
Sure.
Morning, James.
We got what 5 more days or whatever it is. So
Yeah, it's BEOWAR is like it still says 6 days, but it's counting down, so it's less than six days. 5 plus. Let's put it that way. 5 plus.
Is it this weekend is on the shows or next week?
This weekend.
Yeah,
No, next
Vic is going to try and get on Mandy's show, but I don't know. On the 24th, he'll be on 2 shows.
Okay.
He'll be on at 10 p.m. He'll be on Wise Guys channel, and Metal Movies and Brewskis he'll be on at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
25th he'll be on Luke Stone's at 10 Eastern, and then the 27th he'll be on Bancroft on Michael Bancroft's show at 11 Eastern. And of course, this weekend tonight, set your clocks back an hour. You gain an hour. I always like the
Joy.
fall back and gain an hour, but spring forward, not so much.
I don't think ours is this weekend, though, is it? Is it next weekend or something? It's usually right at the end of October.
Well, I've got it marked down as the 22nd.
Yeah, maybe, though, where you are.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, really? All right.
Yeah.
Well, you might
I
want
mean,
to
Australia's already put their clocks forward, and New Zealand have already put their clocks forward, I think.
Yeah,
so.
but they got
Oh, have they?
kangaroos and they're upside down.
I know, that's why they're all crazy, because the blood rushes to their head.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was in China. Well, I mean, dig a hole to China, the whole mystique of digging a hole to China.
Yeah.
I've just checked. It's next Sunday.
Next Sunday, yeah. I thought it was next week.
Okay. So it's different in the UK than over here. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
So for a week, we'll all be out of sync with each other again.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll just be
They're
an
in
hour
the future.
I'll just come visit. How's that?
earlier for
Yeah.
us.
Oh,
Has anyone had breakfast? I'm having coffee right now.
I'm making coffee as we speak. Oops, there's
I
the beach.
skipped breakfast and went straight for lunch.
I've only had coffee.
Oh,
There's a surprise.
Now you've probably seen this. This has been up on Twitter for a while. Interesting nonetheless. When our founding fathers wrote the Second Amendment, they had no idea that guns could shoot more than 1 round per minute. And it shows the things as early as 1597 that could shoot multiple rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So that 4-barrel is
Yeah, the 4-barreled one, 1780.
that's pretty wild,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. And it's more like a flintlock,
Look at all those different designs.
Yeah. That one from 1719 on a tripod looks, well, I mean, it's got a crank handle. Basically, that's an early Gatling gun.
yeah.
Can you imagine trying to fire that big old rifle, though, that has honeycomb barrels
Yeah, I've seen the
from
size of that.
1780?
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that one, man. It'll blow your shoulder off.
Yeah, I mean, it's got 10 rounds.
Damn.
Right? I mean, 3, unless, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, 7. 7 rounds, but still,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, that pistol
Well, that's
that
like
has
those.
the side load, that's pretty wild. But I mean, look, you could, if you had a charging army, that 1780 with the 4 barrels that look like little cannon barrels. I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder how that worked. Could you fire 4 at all time? Because you could really fan out, or would that be? I guess.
If
I guess.
I guess if you pulled back all four, because it's got, I think
Oh,
it's
does
got
it?
an individual hammers. It's hard to tell from the picture. No,
Yeah.
that might be one where you actually have to rotate the barrel into place. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, they did have some inkling of multiple rounds.
Yeah, guns are fun. I watch the gun channels all the time.
Oh, okay. Eric says it's November 6th, 2000 to set the clocks
Yeah,
back. Okay.
you're the week after us because you were the week after us in spring.
Okay. Well, really?
I'm
So
sure.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
thought
we're
it was
not
sweet.
setting our clocks back the 22nd of October. I should know. I went to the prisons all the time. You sure it's
No,
the
yeah,
6th?
yeah, it was weird because this year it seems like it's later than it normally is. I don't know what's going
Daylight
on.
saving time ends. Yeah, on the 6th. It's on my calendar.
Well,
Okay. Well, I'll circle that. Set clocks back.
well, I wish they would just knock all that crap off.
Well, you have to keep in time somehow.
So that
I don't
people
know.
can go to
Ain't got
work
time to
when
keep
it's
time.
daylight.
I ain't time to do that. Isn't that true?
Damn it, Rick. Ain't got time to keep time.
Ain't got to keep time. Yeah, I have been checking Rex. Okay. Well, shoot, I thought I was going to gain an hour this weekend.
So I probably don't remember the last 30 minutes of the
I
stream
wonder
until
why I'm an hour behind for like the last 2 weeks.
I didn't
Food
do anything
sounds good.
embarrassing last
Hankering
night.
for meatloaf. Oh, yeah. I could have meatloaf just about any day.
We're going to have Toad in the hole tonight.
Dig a hole to China? That's crazy talk.
That's cool.
Anyways, the
I like
earth
things
is
that's a good
hollow.
problem.
A person can dream. I thought they filled that in years ago with dirt. I'm just
What's
saying.
that?
The hollow earth.
No, that's where they put all the rubbish, all the
No,
garbage.
yeah, that's where they've been shipping all the homeless.
That would be a lot of dirt, wouldn't it? It depends on how hollow it was, right?
Right.
These are the questions in the days of your life. Do you watch soap operas over there, ladies?
I don't.
No.
Yeah. The world has went crazy when you have cheese crocs.
Oh my goodness.
I would smack the crap
If
out of the
somebody
waiter
wore that, I would
say,
say, you know what? You got a hole in your shoe, several of them. You must have termites. Either that or a mouse.
your feet
Is
smell
that a
like
mouse in your
whiskey.
pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
You wouldn't be able to tell if your feet smelled or if it was your shoes, would you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. It's
Your,
just
your
the shoes.
husband comes home or your wife comes home and says, "Ooh, your feet smell like cheese. Go take a shower."
Not me. It's
Oh.
the shoes. Imagine putting that thing on in the summertime. It would just like
Interesting.
squish between your toes.
I don't know about that one, Past Master Dan. Can you give me some, at least the book that's out of? You're probably right. No, I don't watch soap operas. I don't really watch TV, though. I don't either, TJ.
No, I don't watch TV.
Limburg line of footwear. Yeah, I've never smelled Limburg cheese. Have you, ladies?
Mo, Larry, the cheese.
It's very pungent. They say Limburg cheese. It's
Yeah, I've never smelled it, but yeah, I guess it's pretty.
King
potent.
James says it stinketh.
Stinking.
Although I like it. I kind of like the stinky cheeses. I don't know.
Do you?
Yeah, like a good Parmesan or a blue cheese or a what do they call it? A fancy
Iron
name
Maiden breaking in there.
Gruyere.
Oh yeah, now. Come on with it.
Ew. No, who could eat that?
Well, I know it's a little messy, but I would just leaning tower pizza, knock it all over my plate and eat it cut it up
Yeah,
individually.
yeah.
You know,
I
you don't
could
need a
not-
bun with that mess. You know.
I could not even get through a quarter of that.
It does look delicious.
It
Yeah.
does look
No.
good.
I'm not a
That's like-
burger fan, to be fair, so.
That's lunch for like 3 days.
Yeah.
How about meatloaf?
That's just a
Yeah,
big
I like
giant burger.
meatloaf.
Yeah. There is a difference.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we were talking meatloaf recipes the other day, and some had some great suggestions. They even put nuts in their
Yeah,
meatloaf.
walnuts, wasn't it?
That
I
was
heard that.
well,
Yeah.
walnuts are real soft, but I don't think they specified. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
how
I've
about
never done that.
shrimp?
No.
I'll eat
How
shrimp
about
like
shrimp? I
that.
love shrimp.
I'll
I
eat
do
shrimp
not like seafood.
I'll eat shrimp like that, but like peel them and eat them, I won't eat it. I mean, nah.
Really?
I want it cooked. You know.
Oh, no. Nah. I'll eat that
Yeah.
little booger still wiggling.
Yeah. Do you eat crayfish?
Oh, yeah.
Crawdads, as we call them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love a good
I had
crawfish.
fish yesterday. It was Friday. That's kind of a Catholic thing.
Are you going to tell me
Eat
you're an
fish.
Arkansas Rex and you don't eat crawfish?
No, I don't suck head. No.
You don't have to suck the head.
No, I love these.
That's for the hardcore.
I love that. I love
That
the
cat's
cat.
so
It's just
cool,
going
man.
to the beat, you know.
Reminds me of a buddy of mine's cat from high school.
I love that. That puts a big smile on my face, ladies. Just to see this cat just.
Yeah.
I love it.
Grooving.
Yeah, he's grooving, man. He's into it. Yeah. Shrimp. Cooked anyway is good with me. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Tail
sir.
sucking is a thing. Yeah. You have to devein that stuff, you know. Tasty meatloaf. See? Topher's like, Tim, tasty meatloaf. That's what it
Tim.
is. No, that'll be
We
the
have a
next
winner.
one. And then we
Oh,
have
wait.
rest in peace meatloaf. A little tombstone at the top of it. Oh, wow.
That one's made out of pure bacon and cholesterol.
Yeah, here you go. Crawfish and crawdaddies cooked in garlic butter and hot sauce. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I remember
Old
I
Bay
remember
seasoning.
my first steaming pile. Well, apparently Eric does too, because he's always dropping poop emojis and talking scat, you know.
Freshly cooked crustacean. I love it.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. I've never, besides in the bathroom, I've never I've never had a steaming pile, you know, where they just like, here's clam bake or something, you know, throw it
Yeah,
out
just
on the
dump
table.
it on your table. Dude, that's awesome. They just come out and put down a big sheet of butcher paper on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
And then just dump like this
That's a
massive
messy
pot of-
eating. Yeah.
it's good stuff, man. It's barbarian style, but hey, whatever.
Can I show this? Oh,
I don't know, can you?
I
Oh,
don't
wait,
give
sorry.
I don't give a sip.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Alrighty then.
3 times you've shown that now.
3 times. Wow, you need to get. I
I missed
did
the
throw it
first
up
two.
there a couple of times.
Shadow
not
missed the first
not
2.
3 times. Your counter
Oh,
is
dang.
broke.
I gotta stop sleeping.
I have to stop sleeping. Okay. You need to put that on a t-shirt. That's a great thing, you know. I need to stop sleeping.
Excuse me. So, how's the weather
go make
over
coffee.
across the pond today, lady?
Sorry?
I said, how's the weather over there today?
Oh, we've got bright sunshine at the moment, but due for thunderstorms later, possibly.
Yeah,
Well, we're wet.
Temperature's still nice, or is it getting cold yet?
It's getting chilly now.
Yeah, same here.
I quite like it. It's about 16, 17 degrees
It's not that up
Celsius.
here.
Oh shit! I always have a problem. What is that, like 50 something Fahrenheit?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Okay, I always have a problem with that
it's
conversion.
in the 60s, I think. 60.
60. Okay.
I think it's double it and add 30.
Well, I
That's
think
how
we're
I
only
know.
about 10 or 11 degrees today. We're cold today.
Now, we were talking about Vincent van Gogh and coffee. Here is a depiction by him of coffee
Oh,
pot.
cool.
Well, that's a fancy coffee pot.
From his letters. Yeah. It was probably made out of something like copper, or tin.
Or could be even silver back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, if he was, it might have been a friend's, but yeah, he wasn't a very wealthy man.
Yeah,
In fact,
but
he was poor all his life.
Silver back then was pretty cheap,
Yeah, well, that's true. And you had stuff made out of pewter, right?
Yeah, which it turns out that's not a good thing.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, oh, here's lead or nickel.
Yeah, just leach a little bit of that into your bloodstream every day and see how that makes you feel.
Wake up with two heads.
Right, guys, I'm going to go and make some coffee and have a cigarette.
Oh, past Mr.
I'm going to get on with some drawing today.
Oh, you're
Nice.
bouncing?
Enjoy.
You're bouncing out?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and gracing us with your presence and your effervescence.
Thank you for inviting me. I'll be back for a little bit while I'm downstairs, so I'll see you then.
Okay.
Past Mr. Dan. Bye. Says little above freezing where he's at.
Oh, damn.
Definitely colder where he is than where I am.
Never mind you, Rex poop. I remember my first steaming pile. Yeah. One of the best things ever said on here, past Mr. Dan. I don't think that's what he meant, but Yeah, Celsius, Fahrenheit, I don't know. I'm lucky if I can remember to breathe every day. Yeah, check this porcelain look out. That's kind of how I envision, Sweet Baby. Shadowhawk.
Oh, sorry, Rex.
That's okay.
He's away.
Way to make another cup of coffee.
He's away for the phone.
Porcelain features like this is how I envision Sweet Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she gets angry and it's all scary.
Yeah. Then she gets angry. Well, she is a Yakuza assassin, and which would be unusual, especially for the time for a woman. So she had to be exceptional. But maybe her daddy's high up in the Yakuza. It's not what you know; it's who you know.
It's always been that way.
I don't know. I still have to write the backstories to these new characters, and that's the thing about it. A great blank slate. With some of these newer characters like Slaver, I get to write totally brand new stories. I don't have any baggage with some of these characters, of like old stories that.
Yeah, that's the great thing about new characters, right? You don't have to, you create your own continuity. You don't have to worry about that. 60 issues ago or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, okay, here's your monocle.
Ew.
We were talking about monocles, giving passenger, a monocle. There's a
Speaking
kid
of
with a
monocles,
monocle.
whatever happened with Ethan? He was supposed to send out monocles.
Yeah, to Somalia, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were supposed to be make Somalia 2020 by 2020. I guess that one kind of fell to the wayside.
I guess it fell through. Yeah.
The coup, man, it killed a lot of things.
Rex and Shadowhawk, my phone is going to cut off because it's running out of charge. So thank you very much for
Margo.
blethering to me for a while.
Margo.
And I'll go charge my phone and I'll catch you on a different device.
All right.
Well, I'm sure we'll be around at some point.
If you want to pop back in, and I will try and divest myself of Twitter just for you, Margo.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Margo.
Have a great day. What's on your schedule today, Shadowhawk?
Trying to see if I can frickin' walk, man. I woke up this morning and it's not good.
Yeah. Stretch that knee out a little bit.
Trying. Yeah. Supposedly next Tuesday I get to go to the Pack Expo at McCormick Place in Chicago, which is going to be about, I don't know, 50, 60 miles of walking during an 8-hour day.
Right.
I really don't know how I'm going to manage that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
My God.
Stretch
those leg muscles. You better start stretching right now and kind of working up to that, or you're going to be hurting.
Oh, I'm already hurting, dude. As soon as I woke up this morning.
Topher says he's sending the monocles out with some eBay orders.
Yeah, I heard he was. Yeah, like he might be picking and choosing like people that are big supporters or something. I don't know.
Most of it I retrieved and it burned up my fire. And then there was a strong box with some older ones, and I don't know whatever happened to that. I imagine she sold them or maybe gave them to her brother that liked comics. My former brother-in-law.
Yeah, fucker.
Ute Brute,
I had a little brother-in-law that got away with a few of my comics back in the day too, but he learned the error of his ways.
I like that they put this cat, making a beat to different. This one's to Blondie. I'll have to listen to that one. He just looks like, it's just up in the camera and it's. I love it. Brings a smile to my face because he's just looks like he's so joyously having a, heart of glass. I love that song when it come out. I kind of had a junior high crush on Blondie.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody did back in the 80s too.
Yeah.
There's the baby kitty. Say good morning to Cloudy.
Oh,
hi, Cloudy.
Good morning, Cloudy.
Hey, hi, Cloudy. Come here, baby. There.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a big girl.
And you say kind of a calico?
Yeah, she's a, they call it a clouded calico. She's
clouded. I like the clouded. It almost like a Brindle look. Was that a pumpkin?
All right.
Do you have a pumpkin in the floor?
Sorry, just got yelled at.
Oh. Quit making so much noise. Sucker.
Yeah, I'm talking too loud.
Uh-oh. I'm trying to sleep
the only
here.
early bird around here.
Yeah. It's understandable. I need a kitten, Caroline says. Oh, cute kitty.
Yeah.
Hello, kitten. You had someone on today I didn't want to hear. Past Master Dan. Who are we talking about? Floor pumpkins are the scariest, Topher says. Did you have a floor pumpkin, Shadowhawk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought I saw one.
Yeah, there's a pumpkin sitting there waiting to be carved. My wife brought it home the other day.
Oh, Captain Infinity says the first word on my poster is literally parallel. That's my little tribute to Blondie.
No, very nice.
Yeah. That's nice if it's true. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust anything he says. I don't know, but it's just a skeptic in me.
Captain Infinity.
New Order, yeah. Somebody's put a bunch of these with it, listening to different music. I think the cat thing is just an excuse to listen to different, but the cat is the best part. Oh, I love it.
Well, I've gotten myself in trouble with the wife already this morning.
Oh, that's never a good thing. It mentions Tex-Mex Rex and Blondes. Who, dude? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's why you were saying I like Blondie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's one that I would make an exception for, but really, I'm a brunette guy.
And Blondie
and with
was a
that
bottle
said,
blonde.
I kind of
anyway.
had like reddish brunette was my second. Really kind of red hair, dark. Second wife. First wife was definitely a brunette. Captain is as honest as they get. Oh, hell, we're all in trouble. Let's go back to the Cuban Missile Crisis news we were talking about. What were you saying, Shadow? I'm sorry. You got in trouble with the wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently talking too loud already this morning.
Well, but just blame it on me.
I try, but that doesn't
that never works, does it? Yeah. Jerk.
So where did we end up last night with Vic? Did we make a few more bucks, or what happened? At some point, I lost track.
Yeah, that was the third drink. Anyway, just saying. Now we're looking pretty well. 93%.
All right, good.
$4,671.
All right.
Less than 5+ days left.
Like 329. Is that something like that? $330. Nice. All right.
Oh, Parallel Lines was my first album. Yeah. But I can be tricksy. Don't believe everything I might be testing you. The only reason I know Blondie, James says, is from Soulja Boy singing one of her songs on The Boys.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it.
She invented rap. Hello. I mean, I wouldn't put that off on her, but
she did not invent rap. I mean, she may have been one of the first people who got popular with a somewhat rap song, but
tell me more.
Debatable. It's debatable.
It's debatable. Okay.
I would still say the Sugar Hill Gang is the first official rap song.
Well, yeah, a little harder, right? But I mean,
no, I didn't. You don't remember Sugar Hill Gang? That was
no, I don't. Of course, I don't.
Have to don't stop rapping to don't stop something to the hip hop. I don't know, to the something to the
That's just so much gobbledygook to me.
Exactly.
Hip hop and rap. I'm sorry. I just I can't get into. I don't want to listen to that crap. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Yep.
I want this world to make somewhat of sense, and that's just double speak.
Right.
I ain't got time for double speak.
I've been saying for 30 years that the only thing missing from rap music is the C at the front.
Crap music.
There you go.
Yeah. What do you think about hip hop?
Some of it's all right.
You know, I understand the improv, and that comes into jazz music. You know,
I mean, it really depends musically and lyrically. 'Cause a lot
that's
of like
right.
the gangster rap
Eating
stuff,
cars and
man.
eating
I
bars.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't get into that crap. But like Snoop Dogg had some funny songs. Eminem had some, funny lyrics. I like some of his stuff. But it really just depends on the lyrics for me, I guess.
No, she didn't invent rap. She helped bring the genre to the forefront with her song.
There you go.
I see. She didn't invent it, but she brought the whole genre that didn't
Right. Yeah.
exist to the forefront of her song. That doesn't make sense. There were groups who didn't get radio airplay
It,
at the
yeah.
time, but
It
they
wasn't that.
created
It
rap
wasn't
and
that
hip
it.
hop.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
maybe. I
Yeah,
see
it
what you're
wasn't
saying.
that the genre didn't exist. It was just that it hadn't been
Public
popular.
Enemy, hell no. F that. No, I agree with Shadow about that missing the C. Glenn says. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I
Thank
can
you,
do
Glenn.
without to me, it is, it, to me, it is just a sign of the times of the degradation of our society. You going to bite on that one at all, Shadowhawk?
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
I was saying rap and hip hop and things like that are just uh, a sign of the times of the degradation of our society. And we can't think of entertainment better
Yeah.
than that. You know, we
Yeah.
settle for a steaming pile when we should have a prime rib in front of us. I just don't get it.
Right.
I do like improv. I do like improv stuff, but not especially the ones that is
Well, I don't. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a
that is
musician,
like
but
kill the
to me,
police, kill the
you
pigs
gotta
and
have
stuff.
some kind of melody. There's
Yeah.
gotta like if you look at Ethan, he plays whatchamacallit, what's that guy's name? The rapper that he plays all the time. He does all the like goofy songs.
Oh, Flint Flossie.
Flint Flossie, but
Yeah.
his stuff has good melodies. It's got like decent beats to it. I mean, yeah, it's goofy freaking lyrics, but at least it's listenable. It's not just
I agree with that, Glenn.
crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stevie Wonder, dude. Yeah. Was
Yeah.
what's the name of that song?
But he's blind. He didn't know any better.
He's faking that blind shit.
Well, so
I've heard so many accounts of Stevie Wonder driving and everything.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I mean,
Never
I guess
heard
he's
that.
technically legally blind.
What about
So you can-
R&B? What do you feel
R&B
about R&B?
that's decent. I mean, depending on
Sort
what
of
it is,
soul music,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Uh,
that's just not really my style, but I mean, I can listen to it.
yeah, I like the Temptations and Commodore and some of their stuff, you know, uh
Yeah.
even I don't know. There's just so many different black artists that I like that
Oh, I
came out
I
of
love a lot of the old like Motown stuff. Like
the Motown stuff, Aretha
record.
Franklin, and
Yeah, great stuff.
yeah.
But that's not rap. That's
No,
actual music.
no. I mean, when you hear a Jim Croce or an Aretha Franklin
Yeah.
or
And
what are you
Eric
laughing about? Oh,
Eric's
okay.
comment in the what was that guy's name? That big fat fucker.
Oh,
The guy that did that song that Eric's referencing. I can't remember his name, but yeah, I mean that's the kind of crap you get with rap. You
on the basis that Rex won't ever love hip hop, I'd still recommend one listening. Okay, well, You know, I will listen to certain select ones, and I like good music. Lynn says, yeah, Jim
Right.
Croce
And
and
Aretha in the
Aretha in
same
the
sentence.
same sentence. Yeah, Topher. Yeah,
That'd be a hell of a concert.
yeah. A song without melody is like comics without clear storytelling. There used to
Exactly.
be harmony in music.
Yes. I missed that
What
immensely.
what is this, Shadowhawk? This looks interesting. It looks like a
Biz Markie,
um
that was it.
sort of a Doctor Doom Galactus, maybe, in the coloring there. I don't know. It's got a
Wait a minute. Let me get a
little
better look here.
Silver Surfer, maybe, and a
Oh wow.
I don't know what that is, but it looks dope as hell.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's some kind of a
You know, I would have said
huh.
that maybe that's Nova Frankie Ray,
Yeah, looks like it.
but I
Silver
was at
Surfer.
first thinking it was like Spider-Man and his Super Friends.
Who's that
You
one down
know,
at the bottom though? Is that the thing?
no, it's got an axe there. It almost reminds me of that red guy that was in X-Men 2099.
What was his name? I can't remember his name. Shit.
I don't know what this is, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. It's like almost like a
A
Doctor
what
Doom
if
Sentinel.
figure. A what if figure or something. It looks like Galactus combined with Doctor Strange. I'm not sure what that
Interesting.
is.
No, I don't know.
The caption only said big boy, BOI, big boy, I guess.
Big boy.
Boy, that's a big boy. Ooh, here's a vintage. You might even have this one, Ghost Rider.
Oh, I think I have him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
I got a
like
bunch
Doom
of
after he stole Galactus' power back in the day. I didn't know he did that. I knew he way back stole the Silver Surfer's power, but I didn't know he, the Herald of No Terrax. Well, that didn't really look like Terrax, red. He was never red.
Terrax was never red, was he?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was. I mean, it makes sense. He kind of had a. Did a Terrax ever have an axe?
Yeah, he did.
did. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't remember the silver, and it looks like he's red and silver with maybe a little black. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember
But
that.
you're probably right. I mean, there's 3 heralds there. That's interesting. It doesn't look like all the pieces are there either to put Galactus Doom together. I'd like to read about that. I wonder what that was in. I didn't know that Dr. Doom stole Galactus's power.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would like to read that story. I think it was in Silver Surfer's own book that Dr. Doom tricked Silver Surfer and took his power with that machine as he had his back turned. And then he had control of the power cosmic and the surfboard after that. Oh, okay. Here's another picture, but why take a picture where you're obscuring the face? I do not understand. Show the Doom face.
Oh, yeah. So it is like it's a Doom Sentinel, I think. Or
Doom
I guess
Sentinel?
Doom Galactus, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's Doom Galactus. Yeah, but why take that picture and obscure the face?
Yeah, just a bad angle.
And it looks really close to my Marvel Legends Galactus Build-A-Figure because I have a Galactus upstairs.
Oh yeah.
that I put together. Yeah. I was gonna build one of those. Dr. Doom stole Galactus' power and made all the Marvel characters gay. Well, the best we can hope for, Eric, at this point is that Galactus come back one more time and actually consume the Earth. Just munch down on that thing. Start with Australia and work your way up.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green is people this year.
That's
We
right.
forget that. And Galactus is hungry. He's ever hungry. What about reggae music?
Do you think Galactus smokes a lot of weed? Is that why he's always got the munchies?
Well, I mean, he smokes volcanoes. Are you kidding? You got to get high off some of that, right?
Yeah,
But if the Earth is hollow, how's that going to be satisfying to Galactus?
well, you got all the mole men in there.
Oh man, this is cool. Giant Hellboy robot. Huh?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here in
No.
pain, man.
Oh, you're in pain.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool with the decimated buildings underneath him. A Hellboy robot Godzilla battle. What do you say to that? That would be pretty cool. Although the wings are kind of weak and the tail, it makes him look a little.
The wings are a little weak. I kind of like
Yeah.
the tail, but the wings
Yeah.
are a little weak.
Yeah.
But other than that, not too shabby.
Yeah, I'd rather see like a bullet-shaped Rocketeer backpack on him or something.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do the RoboCop
Are
3.
are you a big fan of Hellboy?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, and he was like peripheral, in
Yeah.
the 90s when I was collecting.
Right.
I've got some stuff from him, but I never really got into Hellboy.
What do you think about Spawn?
Spawn, I love.
Because these are big characters, right?
Well, Spawn, I've got the first 5 years, 1 through 60, without an issue.
Wow,
missing.
is the president finally coming out about his sexuality? Let's check this out.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just 2 seconds, It says I'm gay. Let's see.
I'm gay. 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 I'm gay.
Sure, why
Well, sounds like that to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although half the time lately, you can't understand a thing that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty clear, right?
Yeah, that was actually fairly clear.
Hey, Vincent. Good morning, ladies and gents. Oh, baby. You got what I need. I said you got what I need. Sorry, I can't help myself.
Bismarcky. Good Lord.
My butt's been wiped.
My butt's been wiped.
I pooped my pants. What's the chat is devolving real quick. And Blue Sasquatch comes in for the win. But you say he's just a friend. Okay. Well, I remind you.
Oh my God.
Gay. I'm gay.
And look at that. Look at his face after he says that.
I'm gay. I'm gay.
He's anything but gay. He's a supposedly he's a rapist and pedophile. Supposedly.
I don't know what they call that particular thing he's got, but when you like sniffing little girls, there's something not right.
Ooh, sweet. Vincent says, I still have probably 50 plus McFarlane figures from the first series. I
don't. I've got the first 9, and I think it might be 8 or 9 series of McFarlane toys.
What's the one with the armored helmet on, blue and blue and white, kind of with the wings? The Redeemer. I
Oh,
have
yeah, the
I have the
Redeemer.
Redeemer.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
cool.
what wave that is, but I bought it early 2000s.
Yeah, probably wave 2 or 3, maybe.
Okay.
I'm just guessing. It's been a while. But yeah, I gotta go grab those guys and get them dusted off and get them up on eBay.
Yeah. Things do to get dusty, don't they?
Dude, even boxed up and wrapped and everything. How the hell does the dust get in there?
I know it. I know it.
It, I I mean, I wrap everything like pristine, carefully, and
Yeah,
still
bubble
you
wrap
open
and
it.
stuff, and it's like, what
Yeah,
the hell?
you
There's
open it
like
up
an inch
5
of
years
dust
later
on it.
and it's dusty. It's like, how the hell?
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool. Sort of Alien and Cthulhu combined.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
kind of neat.
Cthulhu in like in the face. It looks
Wow,
like he has wings too. Yeah.
that looks like it's about 4 inches around or so too, man.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
big as your hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Vincent says you don't remember the South Park episode with Rod. No, because I never watched South Park. He said he pooped his pants on stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I may have been aware of that, but I never watched South Park.
I think
Sorry.
that was one of the ones like back when he was running that it was an actual quote, and people were
Yeah.
like, "Did he actually say that?"
Hey, hit that like button, if you're so inclined.
Oh, how much sleep did you get, Rex? Did you go to sleep at all last night?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got up and I got back on with well, I got done with Red Valkyrie and then came in and Rozzy was in there and ran Rozzy off and then I left after Vic fell asleep. I did a little stream showing the scans he sent me and talking about them, and then went back on just in time for Vic to wake up, and then he fell asleep again. So I left him and went to sleep myself.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what time I passed out last night.
Remember that cartoon? Incredible Hulk.
Oh yeah, that was the '80s Hulk.
Yeah, 80s Hulk. Wave 1, 2, and 3 was considered to be the only original sets, Vincent says. What does he mean by that, Shadowhawk?
Probably the Spawn series.
After that, the figures lost all value because of reprints. Yeah. So they
Okay.
have, yeah.
That's too bad because some of those later figures are freaking awesome. Yeah, I've still got an original. I saw McFarlane's doing a new Sam and Twitch, I guess, and I got the original ones. I think the original ones look way better than the new design. Oh shit!
I mean, look at this. Look at this Galactus. That's pretty wild from Hasbro again. HasLab Galactus.
Oh yeah, that's the new one, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
I haven't heard anything about this. I like it.
Yeah, I hear the Sentinel that they did is just badass too. It got
Well,
little LED lights and all kinds of good
oh
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, Galactus is. I'd buy this, if it didn't cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
Probably
I
would.
think you're talking like $600-700.
Whoa! Hello. for some plastic. I don't know.
Yeah, those aren't cheap toys, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, they're nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Collect dust like anything else.
exactly. And then anything that's got a battery in it, that's the other thing too. You got to be real careful with those because
Oh
that
yeah.
battery,
I would
that
just leave the
battery,
battery out,
yeah,
because you'll
exactly.
forget and it'll start to corrode and
And then destroys all the connections in there, and then
yeah. Yeah. Here's a grifter from DC Universe. Rex, I just found you on Lorenzo's channel. What do you guys usually talk about?
wow.
Um,
Dude, I got a grifter from back in the day that's better than that.
I pop in from time to time. What did we talk about over here? Uh, variety of things. In fact, Tank Ferret described us as a variety show yesterday on Red Valkyries.
Yeah,
He
I bet.
actually was talking up, my channel. He was like, "Well, look at Rex and what he does. He's blowing up, and you know,
Yeah, and I mean,
uh,
really, we just do a little bit of everything. I mean,
yeah,
kind of, you know.
yeah, yeah." I guess he's right in that estimation, that it's a variety show. I suppose.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
we do talk about a variety of topics, but with the linchpin, the focus being on comics. I
Yeah,
mean,
comics,
that's kind of the hook,
independent creators, and just badass artwork. I mean, that
Now, this
seems to
was
be our
another
main focus.
this was another love of mine. Yeoman from the Starship Enterprise. She was only in the first
Oh,
season though.
yeah. That's what's her name? I forgot what
She was
her name.
lovely.
Yeah,
That
she's
has
cute.
when she was almost raped by Captain Kirk, in
What?
that one episode.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not supposed to say the R word anymore, but
there's a graped.
great. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Great in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah. She was having a glass of wine.
Yeah. Yeah, Captain Kirk was had the duplicate. See, come up from the
Oh yeah,
he's
that's right.
yeah.
That was
And so his duplicate tried to, sexually
yeah,
accost her. And
and
I mean,
that,
force himself, I mean, he was
that
doing some
dirty
heavy,
duplicate, man.
heavy kissing and, that blows me away that they actually did that episode. Really. Back then.
Well, it was different back in the day, Rex. I mean, come on. You used to be able to do a lot of stuff that you'd never be able to do now. I mean, most freaking Mel Brooks movies couldn't even be made today.
Apparently, this is Todd McFarlane 6-inch scale. I do like this. Sort of a retro Batman, with that.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
like
kind of
that. I
cool.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bike is sweet.
Apparently, that's 6-inch scale, so it's probably cheaper to buy,
Yeah, a little bit. Although I imagine with the motorcycle and everything, that's still probably a pretty pricey little.
Yeah, James, you're probably right. The red action figure could also have been Morg the Executioner. Yeah, another Harrier Galactus. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
see, I didn't
probably
know
who it
about.
was.
I didn't
Yeah.
know about Morg. That
Oh
must
yeah,
have been it.
Morg. Oh yeah. When did
He was probably after my time.
no, he wasn't. He just
Morg?
books you didn't collect. Probably late
Yeah.
90s, and I know,
Well, yeah.
it was
Well, that's
it
right
was
around the
right
time.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Well, late
fact,
'90s was around the time that I was phasing out Marvel
yeah,
and DC and going strictly Image and Indie.
yeah. I'll look up Morg, okay, just to show you what he looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd forgotten that he was a herald. He's kind
Yeah,
of like a light add-on.
yeah, that's the first I've heard of him. So,
Yeah.
but again, 20 years out of Marvel and DC, there's a lot of shit that happened.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Oh
Ethan
yeah.
blew up and got famous while I wasn't
That.
paying attention.
Yeah. Here's the listing on. Let me bring it up here. Here's the listing on eBay. That very same figure. Uh, with the axe, $100. Buy it now.
Wow.
There's a close up
So
of
it is.
him. Look at
So it
that.
is Morgan.
Yeah, it is more. Yep.
Okay.
Good call there. That was a good call.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that gauntlets, with his fist
Oh,
there,
it's
but
got
that's
like
pretty
little
neat.
spikes on his gauntlets. That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I've
Hmm.
got a character
It's,
like that.
yeah, he actually looks all right.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
made that? Who made that? Is that like
Oh,
NECA
that
or
was I think that was a McFarlane. I don't know.
oh,
I
McFarlane?
no,
Okay.
maybe not. Viking Spawn was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Viking
did a
Spawn was
review
cool.
of Batman Superman new movie if anyone wants to see it. Yeah, I'll drop you your link, Vincent. You've got a wrench. Uh yeah,
There's a
yeah,
new Batman
that
Superman movie?
yeah, I'd totally forgot about Morgue.
Wait a minute. I missed something. There's a new Batman Superman coming out? Or is this a
I'd love to go live with a group of people and just talk about games and movies. Yeah. I'd be more on the movies, but Shadowhawk would know about some of the games.
Yeah, it sounded well. I mean, probably the last 4 or 5 years, I haven't really played a lot of games, but up till then, I was a gamer for a bit.
Well, Vincent, we were on at Lorenzo's, weren't we, on the same panel? I mean, I think you were up there, weren't you? You weren't just out in the chat. You were on the panel, weren't you? Yeah, I like that Todd McFarlane Batman. I just like the cycle, but now
Yeah, it's
the
pretty cool.
yeah, I mean, with the cape flowing back and stuff, yeah, it just goes good with it. It's a good looking
Yeah,
Batman
my
too.
my older daughter, the logo artist, bought me the Todd McFarlane Nightwing figure, like 4 or 5 years ago for my birthday, which was pretty cool because I used to be a huge Nightwing fan back in the day.
Oh, I've read a lot of, I get the trade paperbacks and stuff. HasLab, I've never even heard of HasLab. Is that a division
It
of Hasbro?
Yeah, it's like you know how like Toyota has Lexus or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Hasbro has HasLab. So like if you want to pay extremely high prices for a really cool toy, go to HasLab.
Huh. Well, here's that set there. Uh,
I mean, but they are really cool toys. You gotta
yeah.
give them that.
Well, I mean, all right. So Galactus kind of lights up. He's got to be a bigger figure. That was
Yeah,
Frankie Ray. She looks a little weak. So does Silver Surfer. Really?
yeah. I'm not sure how big he is either.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an 18. I think he might
And
be like a 12 inch.
and I
I'm not
do
sure.
have like a Doctor Strange that has like plastic spells like that, and that's supposed to be like
Oh yeah, like
purple
the little clip-on.
cosmic energy. Ah, it's weak. I'm sorry, but now Morg, he looks pretty cool. Look at that with his
Yeah,
axe
Morgan,
and
he looks all
yeah,
right.
yeah. And Galactus looks great.
Yeah, I
Especially in the
mean, well,
face. He looks
that's what you're paying for, is
he
that.
looks aged with the coloring in his face.
The crazy thing is, though, dude, I've watched some of these channels where they unbox them, and put them together and everything,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
they run on those like stupid little button cell batteries,
Hey, Carrie.
and most of them have like three different, like you got a compartment in the back, to put
Yeah, and you
batteries
have
in.
to
You
have
gotta
an ultra small, like
a freaking
your
eyeglass screwdriver.
eyeglasses.
Yeah,
Yeah, a screwdriver to get to it.
yeah. And then
You
there's like
can't
three
use a
different places to put batteries in the damn thing.
Oh
And
yeah, I wouldn't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't
yeah, it's
like
a
that.
pain in the ass.
They
Oh,
have
just
mini
got a
mates.
notification for Graham Nolan's 31 Days of Monsters.
Oh, well, maybe we should shut it down and go listen to Graham.
Nah, that's all right. You can always Graham pre-records them. I always just do the replay.
Does he really? He didn't used to do that. He didn't do that last year.
I don't think well, maybe he is doing them
No, he
live. I don't.
doesn't
I only.
pre-record. No, he doesn't pre-record them. He does it live.
Oh wow, okay. I
Yeah,
thought he had them
because
pre-recorded.
I was in there the other day and chatted. I was the one that he was trying to do EVS, and EVS would say that ain't cheap, when he would get a
Yeah,
super
yeah.
chat or something, and I suggested that's a good cigar, and he
Oh,
started
okay, yeah,
using that because I knew
yeah.
he
Because
had the
Graham's been
cigars.
using. Yeah, he's been using that one lately. That's a good
Oh
cigar.
yeah, I was the one that gave it to him.
Nice.
It
I
was
didn't
like on
realize that.
September 29th of last year, something like that. I reminded him of it too. Yeah, because I was going in, I was watching Andy Smith early in the morning and kind of got to know him. I call him Taxi Man because he would have to cut it short and take his daughter to school. So I called him Taxi Man. And I would go in and see Graham, and talk about, and we do differ on movies,
Right.
He likes the movies, all the
Well, it's
mist.
funny how especially some of the bigger guys. I mean, I know they, got a lot of fans and what have you, but
I was giving
they'll
him.
forget shit that happens in the chat because, like with Art Taber, I actually introduced him to Pedro Ang, and
Oh
now
wow,
him and
yeah,
Pedro are all buddies and shit, and
yeah.
Art was completely forgotten.
I saw Pedro's animation. And I said, "Oh, he could do me a trailer, maybe," and he did.
Yeah,
I
dude. Oh,
just,
but Pedro's an amazing dude, man. He's
yeah,
just
I was just like,
super
hey,
friendly.
and I know I could go back to him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I imagine his prices have gone
yeah.
up.
Oh, I didn't show this. I kind of like had these sitting over there, and I'm like, oh man, these are gonna get kind of warped. I need to put it in a new. But let me put a cap on here. My
Oh, and I read
earbuds.
Hail Salad from
Yeah.
Camel Moon
Uh-huh.
last night in between
Ooh.
streams. Freaking hilarious, man. It's actually great.
I kept this one for myself.
Oh, look at that.
I've never put that one up for sale.
Bro, yeah, I don't blame you. That's freaking wicked.
The lizard. Here's your lizard
There
representation.
you go, Lorenzo. Look at
Yeah.
that, brother.
And then here is I don't know what this is from. They sold it. The guy I bought it from sold it as something different than what it really is. It wasn't the issue he said it was. But it has Dead Man and the Phantom Stranger. If anybody knows, let me know what this is from. I'm not even sure who the artist is.
There's a guy you don't hear
It
about
would
much,
be
but
like
I kind of liked Dead Man back in the day.
it would be like Bronze Age book.
Yeah.
Ooh, the bystander. Ooh,
Oh yeah. Look at that.
and I know with that Trinity of Sin, that they said that this might have been a new development, but they said that he was Judas that portrayed Jesus.
Dead Man?
No, Phantom Stranger, and
Oh,
Phantom Stranger
yeah. Oh,
goes back
yeah. But
to the 50s.
that's kind of a retcon, though, isn't it?
Well, I mean, Phantom Stranger goes back to the 50s.
Right, but I mean
Very
the
early
whole.
DC character. Trinity had that one character from the Trinity was Dead Man and Phantom Stranger, and then that Image girl. I'm not sure which girl that was, but I read that in trade paperback, and it was pretty good read. But I remember, he had the around his neck, he had, the medallions, Phantom Stranger did, and they were saying that was the 30 pieces of silver.
That would be crazy. Sorry, what's that?
I was saying that they were saying in the Trinity of Sin that it was, here's the first morgue. Let me see if I can bring this up. I'm sure I can, because I'm just that good. Yeah. This is supposed to be the first appearance of Morgue. Introducing Morgue, the Berserker. Yeah, pretty much like his figure.
Yeah, I guess I do.
His
remember.
gauntlet looks like it has a hole in it, which doesn't make a lot of sense, except for design. Of course, Fire Lord in that issue. Ron Lim artwork. Ron Lim started out as an independent, he's done a lot of work for Marvel. I like some Ron Lim. Oh, you have a great day, Eric. He says, everyone have a great day. I got to go. Oh, man. Sounds like I'm being nuked. Share screen. Do you have any mini mites? I've got a few that I've bought. If I saw something like this in the store, I would pick it up. Heralds of Galactus. You have Galactus, Terrax. Seems like I do have a Terrax.
Why would Galactus be in Herald of Galactus?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make a lot of sense, right? And let's face it, most people don't know who Galactus is. I like Terrax because John Byrne thought him up. I just like the design.
Yeah,
and there's Nova.
Nova is awesome. I love Nova.
But as a mini mite,
but that doesn't look like Nova.
Mini mites don't have any noses,
It doesn't look like the Nova I know.
And Morgue. Yeah. That's pretty. Yeah. And does she have hair? Looks like she has.
It doesn't even look
hair.
like a she. It looks like a robot.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's a helmet. I don't know. It's got lips on it. It just, and breastises,
She's got no breasts.
Yeah, no, she does have breastises.
Does she?
Yeah.
Hard to tell from that picture.
Oh, okay. Well, let me show it to you again then.
All right, let me.
And then I'll blow it up.
Yeah. And I'll swap my
right
screen
there?
here to big.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess she does. How about that?
Yeah, and it looks like she has black hair coming out of the helmet or something. I can't tell.
That was weird.
But lips on the helmet. What? I don't know, man. It's kind of.
Well, you got to make sure people know it's a girl.
Okay. But we're not supposed to gender identify like that, are we, men and women? Hey, Lorenzo, you just missed. Okay, Lorenzo, since it's you.
Hey, Lorenzo.
I'll show you.
Oh, man. Yeah, go back. Show them that lizard representation.
Yeah, lizard representation.
That's good.
Where crawls the lizard? Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man number 44. Production artwork for, one of the reprints. Not the original Amazing Spider-Man by any means. Cover production artwork. This would have been John Romita Sr., one of his first ones that he did. Lizard representation for Lorenzo. You're up early, Lorenzo. I guess it depends on where you're located at, huh? I wonder what movie Graham Nolan's doing today. It. Oh, he's reviewing It. I'll say hi to Graham. Hey, Graham. That's a great cigar. How about that? I'm never going to let him live that down. I came up with that. I have some good ideas from time to time. Just saying. Poor Graham needs to grow some hair, though, besides on his chin, under his lip. He would make like a poor man's kingpin. Lorenzo says, I've heard that humans have a reptilian brain. There might be hope there might be hope for them. Yeah. Yay. Yeah, I mean in the morning, maybe that is kind of correct. Because I feel like in some mornings I have a reptilian brain. How about you, Shadowhawk? Do you feel like you in the mornings you have a reptilian brain?
Yeah.
I never really thought about it in that terms, but Lorenzo kind of brings it out of me. Oh,
I pretty much have reptilian feelings every time I see a baby bird. I just want to snatch it up and dunk it in some barbecue sauce.
Oh. Now, isn't this true? This is when you wake up for work and you realize it's Saturday.
Oh, dude, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've actually been almost in the car on my way to work and been like,
yeah, look at that look, man. Just blew up. I gotta get to work.
Oh, God.
No, it's Saturday.
Is the stream still on? Shit.
Vix might be.
Yeah, it might be.
I've got the Rex, Hex, and Apex show in a few hours.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot.
Yeah. Let's see how long Vic did stream. Let's see. Because he was sleeping. Dang, man. He went for over 6 hours.
Remember. Yeah, I don't remember if I actually checked out or if I just fell asleep.
I just left him hanging a couple times. I thought it was funny.
Oh, the one time it was hilarious because he was like, "Did Rex just leave me?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great thing. You can talk smack behind his back and he doesn't know because he's asleep, Like Vic is a piece of, and he's not going to take the time to watch his own video, and see
he's never going to rewatch it. He's just going to delete it the next day.
Well, he might. He didn't delete this one. It's still up.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And most of the time he'll just wake up and delete it, like going, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah, maybe this has an optional head. That's what she. Anyway.
That's what she said.
Yeah, look at that. There's the Galactus and the Doom.
Oh, I like that Doom head, man.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I guess.
I
guess this
hood,
is.
Man.
I guess this is where the expression "having your head handed to you."
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if the heads are interchangeable.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I bet they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would keep the Doom in there. Although I really like the skull like Galactus. That Doom, yeah.
Yeah, that skull like Galactus is pretty cool too. But that Doom is that's badass.
Yeah. I would prefer to put the Doom in there.
Yeah, if it was on display on my shelf, it would be Doomface probably 98% of the time.
Doomface. I am Doomface. Fear me.
I am Doomface. I have come for your children.
Oh yeah, classic toys. Look at that, man.
Oh,
I would have liked the
What
lizard
they
walker.
was that, a Wampa? Is that what they
Yeah,
call
and the
them?
Wampa's head
Yeah.
could pivot back and forth. Remember, had a little
Yep.
lever where his head could move. And let's face it, he didn't have a lot of screen time. They
No,
cut.
he was only at what, like a minute maybe?
Yeah, a minute. Yeah.
But
And that's.
he was one of the cool critters from.
I mean, you've got. I mean, even think about it. That character was made into a toy that was on screen for about a minute. They marketed the hell out of that movie. You know, if it made a 2-second appearance, they made a figure out of it.
Well, that was where George Lucas, fucking cleaned up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
He kept the marketing. He went, I don't want any back end. I don't want none of that. Just
that's
give me
what
the
happened
marketing.
to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, they
Mhm.
really took off when they got the Hasbro deal for the action figures. But that was because of the cartoon, you know.
How many thousands of variant Ninja Turtle figures are there out there? I mean,
Oh,
there's got to be
now, yeah.
2,000 or 3,000.
I had a whole set of the original ones, the very first ones to come out, though.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
the
like
one
trying
that
to collect
turned
merch
out
or something.
valuable was the girl, because nobody wanted the girl.
No, the girls are all. I always buy the girl figures on any toy line. That's the first thing I buy.
Sad to say, but if it's African American, you know, huh?
I had nothing.
I tried to be. No, really. You know.
No, and I know.
I have bought figures simply because they're black figures.
Yeah, and it's the first time they've made the character black or whatever. Yeah, I get it. But
yeah.
Well,
no, I don't mean like
well, I mean, at some point,
racial swap or anything.
No, but for collectability value, I understand. I mean, at some point, it's going to become a thing, because most of those toys.
Now, yesterday was Bella Lugosi's 140th birthday. And here he is as Frankenstein. So this is the ugly looking Frankenstein we could have got if he had not turned down the role of Frankenstein after Dracula.
Yeah.
That was a big career mistake on his part. He could have been known as the master of horror had he taken that. I mean, he would have had all the horror. Huh?
I don't know, dude. I think the
Boris Karloff was in silent movies and good ones, but he was virtually unknown till he did Frankenstein. And he had a long career after that, a more successful career than Bela Lugosi. But I think
Bela Lugosi, it was iconic as Dracula. If he would have, taken on Frankenstein too, it would have watered down his brand.
But I'm saying, I know this is a lighter makeup, but and it might have looked a little bit better than this, but he just didn't have the face for it.
Yeah, I just didn't like Bella as the monster.
Yeah, well, I didn't either, but I'm just saying that it was a big career, mistake for him not to,
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Oh, you think it would have watered down his brain? Well, see now Frankenstein was such a hit.
I think that, but I think that now if he'd have done both of them
after Dracula, there was no one hotter in movies than Bela Lugosi. I mean, as far as horror,
Yeah, I get it. I see what you're saying, but I'm
not saying he would have even done as good a job as Dracula, because he was.
But
he did Dracula for a decade.
I'm saying now, perspective wise.
Yeah.
When you look back,
Well, like Lisenby,
He's
okay?
iconic.
He did one. Of course, in the first movie, you're going to be compared heavily with the first James Bond, right? And he
Sure.
regrets not doing a second James Bond movie and really showing what he could do. He wanted to take the character and update him and have him have more hip, longer hair, shaggy hair to reflect the
Right.
times. And maybe he wasn't right about that, but he shouldn't have bucked it to where they didn't want to use him. He should have just did another James Bond movie, and he would be
Yeah.
better remembered and better
I could
known.
agree with that. I mean
Now he was
that's
a
not
model; he wasn't an actor. So when you look at that movie with Diane Rigg, it's amazing that he did as well as what he did. I always love that guy when after the fight scene, he says, "This never happened to the other guy." I love that. But I just think Bela Lugosi, he would have went from one hit to another. And since they hadn't seen Boris Karloff or anybody else in that makeup, they would have said,
Right.
"Wow, Bela Lugosi as Frankenstein is awesome."
Right. And I agree. I think it would have been great for him back in the day.
Yeah.
It would have changed his life completely from, unfortunately how it ended up.
I think it's funny
But
though that you're saying
I think his legacy though would have been different. I don't
well,
think
yes. Well, hello, Captain Obvious. Yes, his legacy would have been different. He
yes,
might have
and I don't think it would be as respected as it is now. People as Dracula,
really. I mean,
he
Frankenstein
he
from that.
is Dracula, dude. Fucking Frankenstein, he was
Well, I
Dracula,
know.
he was fucking Dracula.
I agree, but you know what? His career didn't. I mean, it
Ah,
didn't
hey,
suck
you
after
know
that.
what?
But
Yeah, Van
why?
Gogh cut his ear off and didn't make any money until he died. So,
White Zombie.
he chose to be an artist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I respect. It's not so much, their artwork, but their willingness to sacrifice for what they believed in,
Exactly.
and suffer for it. I have a lot of respect for that. So just get me some coffee and no one will get hurt.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, he definitely looked. I just it blew me away that if Bela Lugosi rather
But
was
seriously,
alive
like
today, he would be 140 years old. Think about
look
that.
at that makeup
Yeah.
on
Oh, I
on
know it's pitiful, and it's a lighter Frankenstein
yeah.
makeup.
But I mean, and you
Yeah,
compare that to Boris Karloff's monster, dude.
right.
There's no comparison.
Oh, I know. Boris Karloff was made for that. I mean, and
That's why I'm saying it would have fucked up Bella's
Boris Karloff didn't
legacy
look
because
as
people
good
would be
as
like,
in
yeah,
The
he was
Bride of
amazing as Dracula,
Frankenstein.
but his monster was crap.
He did
Yeah.
not. Oh yeah, I agree. He does not make a good looking monster. But see, I mean, you had nothing to compare it with. That's what I'm saying, Shadowhawk. You would
Oh
not
well,
have
yeah. I mean,
never.
if yeah, I guess if he would have been the first monster. Oh,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We would have said, "Oh yeah, he's the definitive monster,"
yeah, but
because we
now
didn't see anybody else in that role.
we're going into Captain Infinity fucking what if territory now.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I think you can see that it was a bad career move on his
No, yeah,
part because
I agree with
after that, Boris Karloff overshadows Bela Lugosi.
oh
And
no,
Bela Lugosi, after Dracula, a role that he knew very well because he did it for a decade, was
right.
the bomb. You
Yeah,
know,
he was great.
there was nobody hotter in horror.
Yeah.
And then Bela Lugosi came and pulled the rug out from him with his great Frankenstein look and performance. And he doesn't
Well,
look
yeah.
as good in Bride of Frankenstein because he puts
Yeah,
on weight.
he gained some weight.
He's made a success. He's
Yeah,
eating
dude,
better.
well, that first movie, he was a starving artist, bro.
He was a starving artist, and he even took the bridge out of his mouth to suck in
Yeah.
that one part of his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and he make him look more dead, more cadaverish,
Yeah, more
more
corpsey.
skull like.
Mm-hmm.
And
corpsey. That's
and then on
a
the
new
third
word.
one, he's just a chunky monkey, you know.
He was doing good by that time, man.
He was doing good by that time.
living in
And
Hollywood.
Bela Lugosi could have had all that, but no.
He
You
was
know, it
eating
was a
surf and
mistake
turf
career
every
wise.
fucking day, you know.
Shadowhawk is right and Rex is wrong. Confirmed. Okay.
See? Pale Rider agrees. That's all I need.
Well, Pale Rider, I mean, do you not think that was a mistake to his career? Apparently, you don't.
Well, dude, like I said, I think it was a mistake at the time. It would have been better for him. He would have had a better life.
Well, like
But
yeah,
his legacy would be jacked. It nobody
I
would
don't
have the
see how you say that because
you wouldn't have the respect
Frankenstein
that
was so big.
he would not have the respect that he has today.
Why?
Because
Well, I mean, and
because
maybe
he
he was right. He didn't want to wear the makeup. That's why he didn't do
exactly
it.
exactly.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm
Boris did,
saying.
and he
Because
became more
him as
famous.
the monster sucked.
Well, I know, but the
Amazing.
makeup, but and I still
It,
think he wouldn't have had the face that Boris had,
it was dude. It was the same makeup artist back then.
I know, but the makeup was later when when Bela Lugosi did the
Well,
monster,
yeah,
but
and
still he had that face,
yeah.
Yeah.
Bella's face was not made for the monster.
Pale Rider says, all I know is Shadowhawk is right. He likes you better than me. Lugosi
thanks,
was an
Bill.
extremely talented actor, but did he turn down Frankenstein because it was a silent role? No. It was because of the makeup. But at that time he was Hungarian and had a thick accent. He didn't have to speak, so he could have done that role very easily.
Yeah.
And I get both of them came out of silent film.
But here's the thing too, right?
And arguably that's why Frankenstein's so good. It's because he didn't
and here's
speak
the
in the
killer
first movie.
the killer for me.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the makeup,
Yeah.
Bela Lugosi, his eyes are freaking what grabs you, right? In
Yeah.
the Frankenstein makeup, he's got so much
Heavy
heavy
eyelids.
makeup over his lids
Yeah.
and underneath his cheeks
Right.
that you can't see his eyes.
Right. I I don't know.
I'm just saying, dude. I think
Well,
financially it would have been great for him, but
I think we can agree on this. History worked itself out the way it, probably should.
yeah, unfortunately, a lot of artists end up, getting what they deserve way after they're dead. They get the respect and all that kind
Right.
of
Well, I
after,
mean,
after they die.
I'm just saying with Dracula, he was hot. He was the hottest thing. I mean, Dracula, but he was well versed in that role,
Yeah.
He had
And I
done
mean
it
that
for
might
a
have been,
decade. He had
and
done that
you got
role
to
for a
consider
decade.
that too, Rex. I mean, he was still,
Right. But
uh,
I'm saying I think he could have done it because they both came out of silent films and he didn't have to speak. And this is a lighter, blocky, more, makeup. He doesn't really make a great monster, but
no, he's
I
a
think
horrible monster.
but we wouldn't have known that. We wouldn't have known that Boris Karloff could look so good in that makeup. We would have said,
Right,
"Ooh, look at
but then
Bela
again,
Lugosi as that monster! Wow!"
yeah, no,
Because
it would have been Bela Lugosi as the monster. Yeah, it's a cool story, but the monster was weak. We wouldn't have had Frankenstein the way we do now.
maybe.
Yeah, I think about it.
Remember that makeup and that short dressing, that he didn't fit in the clothes. And he had those jacked up boots to make him look taller. That's another thing. Boris Karloff was much taller than Bela Lugosi. He would have been a short Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Bella was what, like 5'10", 5'9", something like that. Then Boris Karloff, he
Look
was
at
a tall
that.
dude.
Yeah. Rex has a Dracula fetish. No, look. Shadow's talking more about the Dracula role than I am, and he says he was hot. He was hot. Rex and Hawk did. You hear the
Yeah, I'm
theory
not
that
calling him hot right. So,
on True Events? I don't know about True Events, Vincent, but
no, I've never heard that.
yeah, I know that. I know that Bram Stoker's wife. Apparently, he was dead by that time. Who wrote Dracula had, most of the copies of the film destroyed. She was, I think, won a court settlement that everyone should be destroyed, but fortunately, it wasn't, because that, to
Yeah.
me, is he's more, he's
Well,
more
I'll
rat
try.
like.
I mean, I've told you guys I was adopted, but my mom's side of the family was from Romania, from Bucharest, which is at the foot of the Carpathian Mountains, right next to Transylvania.
Oh yeah,
And my grandmother and aunts and all that kind of stuff, they definitely believed in vampires.
I turned it off and on, Lorenzo. Vincent's right. So I was on the right track, but it wasn't his voice. Lorenzo wanted Lugosi wanted his face to be seen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a
smart
lot,
move
but
on his part.
well, I mean, you could equate it to people doing movies today, because there's a lot of that, Shadowhawk, where they do roles where you don't know who's doing the acting. You might hear their voice, and if they have a very distinctive voice like James Earl Jones, it's him doing Darth Vader.
But then you got people that go the other way too, and like
yeah,
what's her face from Dirty Dancing? She got a nose job, and everybody fucking forgot about her. Mickey Rourke, man, he did.
Oh yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Some plastic surgery, and everybody went, ugh.
Oh yeah, he looks pretty sick now.
Oh, dude, I don't know what happened.
He's not aged well at all.
I hope he sued the shit out of that plastic surgery.
Probably tipped him.
Yeah, probably. Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he looks pitiful. From what?
Yeah, I mean, he was like one of Time Magazine or whatever, People's hottest guy of the year, like in 1983 or some shit. And then 1993, you look at him, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that movie with Kim Basinger.
Yeah, 9.5 weeks.
9.5 weeks. I went
Mickey
to see
Blue
that.
Eyes. You remember that movie? That was
what was the one with De Niro? He played. We were talking Johnny. What was it? De Niro played Satan. It was set in New Orleans. Johnny Hart or
no, Angel Heart.
Angel Heart, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great movie.
That's a good one. Yeah. And
yeah,
then
even has an explicit sex scene.
Yeah, that was when that Cosby chick.
But did it have a cat? And another one's gone. Another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I would have got up there. I'm just saying, that's awesome. I put that up on my TV, kind of like as a, Angel Heart. That's right. All of Rourke's. Did you like him in Iron Man 2 as the Whip? Or the Lash, or whatever he's called.
Whatever. I thought he was gonna be fucking Omega Red. From the
oh yeah. Oh, did you?
Previews and stuff with the tentacles and what have you, and the long hair. I was like, sweet, he's gonna be Omega Red, and then he turned out to be some fucking Russian goofball.
Yeah. I mean, they did the same thing with Bing Kingsley. When they.
Oh, dude, that was so bad.
Did the Mandarin.
Oh, that was the worst. I mean, the Mickey Rourke thing I can
They played it
forgive,
off
but
as a
this is,
joke, as like the Wizard of Oz, who's behind the curtain,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Oh, it's just an
Yeah.
actor, and he's just
But again, the Mandarin's problematic, right?
well nowadays, yeah, I guess. Because he's not
Yeah,
PC, for
Asian
sure.
appropriation. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
cultural appropriation,
Yeah,
emotional damage.
emotional damage. Yeah,
That cracks me up every time.
yeah, I like that. There's his 15 seconds of fame. We were talking about that, 15 minutes, and then
Oh
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
early 80s,
I have no idea who that dude is, man, but I just love that line.
what? No, that was Andy Warhol that said that.
No, I did not seen like the little Korean guy or whatever. It's the meme now. It's the emotional.
Oh yeah. Who he was? Yeah. Who
Yeah,
cares? I mean, he's
I don't care.
famous
Yeah,
because
I
of
don't
it.
care who he is. It's just
He could
hilarious.
probably go to a convention and go, you know the thing. You're
Yeah,
that guy, aren't you? Yeah.
You're the emotional damage guy. I need a picture.
Hey, guy from Red Bank, he says having no Mandarin to Iron Man, it's like having no Joker to Batman. Yeah, I
A
guess.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because he did play in those early stories a lot.
Guy
And
from Red
now,
Bank
how
always.
cool would it have been? Because there's a connection between Mandarin and Fing Fang Foom. So if you had
All
a
right.
giant kaiju Fing Fang Foom that Mandarin directed, now that would be an Iron Man movie, but that's not what we
No.
got. Yeah,
No.
Whiplash. Yeah. Rourke looked
Whiplash. It's
awful
probably
in Iron
Whiplash.
Man 2 Whiplash.
God damn it.
Hey, Joseph
Where's
Dredd.
my Omega Red? That's what I.
Yeah, where's your Omega Red? You'll get Omega Red.
Yeah, whatever. But
But
guy
it'll
from
probably
Red
look
Bank.
like
Oh,
that one character. It'll probably
now the
look
guy
like
from
that
Red
one
Bank's in here.
character
Hold
in
on, Rob. How do you feel about
Crimson
Kevin
Dynamo. It'll probably look
Kevin Smith lately? Guy from Red Bank.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, that's where Kevin Smith is from, right? Red Bank, fucking New Jersey. So that's why I'm asking a guy from Red Bank. How does he feel about Kevin Smith lately?
Oh, but there's a Mandarin in Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. I haven't seen that.
Oh, I haven't
I
seen
don't
it.
like Shang-Chi and the 10 bracelets. Yeah, 10 bracelets. It was the 10 rings. Come on.
What?
Yeah, they made bracelets. How gay.
Are you?
Chi.
But so the Mandarin had 10 bracelets instead of having
Yeah,
rings.
something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
Omega
Jesus
Red will be
God!
changed into an obese
Sorry.
feminist. Pale Rider
What?
says. Omega Red will be changed into an obese feminist.
Oh God! Probably.
Vincent says we can't have Omega Red guys too toxic, and that would mean we would have to bring back Wolverine.
Omega
Well,
Red
Wolverine's coming back anyway,
Omega
and
Red was literally toxic. That's the whole point.
Omega and Logan are locked in immortal coil. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love to see them in combat. Yeah.
Oh, I used to love the old,
Would you like Hugh Jackman to
Wolverine and
play
Omega
Wolverine?
Red going up against each other,
Yeah. Would
bro.
you like to see the older Hugh Jackman going up against Omega Red?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But Hugh Jackman's, he's getting a little old at this
Yeah, I
point.
know, but I kind of like the older Logan. They ought to do old man Logan, which they
He's
kind of
cool.
did.
He was
Yeah.
cool as the Logan movie. What I mean, it
Yeah.
was okay. It was
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I didn't see them killing the character off,
No, and
and you did get a look at the girl, which was really
yeah,
great. But
eh,
well, I
I don't
know,
know.
but they have to introduce the character at some point.
X-23 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And you know what that That's the best part about that.
They're destroying
X-23.
their own brand.
That was Ethan playing a joke on fucking Marvel Comics.
Yeah,
If you look at X-23 in the mirror, it says sex.
I have to let Abby out, so I'll be right back. There's plenty of chat to go over. No more
Okay,
Hugh
great.
Jackman. Well, Hugh Jackman is going to be in the new
He's gonna be in Deadpool,
Deadpool.
and
So
they're previewing the yellow costume, the old school, John Byrne date. I guess Rex cut out on it. All right, but yes, okay, and here we are. I need more coffee, but I gotta walk downstairs, and I can't walk right now. So we'll just see what's going on in the chat. I don't trust Disney with Deadpool or Logan. Yeah, I know. I'm worried about that too. Um, and it worries me that it's taken so long for the Deadpool 3 to materialize because I got a feeling that Disney and whoever else has got a lot to do with slowing shit down. MCU is done. They're only doing Deadpool movie out of desperation. Yeah, definitely could be. Um, I did hear too that like a couple of the original writers that were working with oh, what's his face, Mr. Pretty Boy Deadpool, um, are not going to be on the new one either. So I don't know. That doesn't seem great. X-Men or Logan was there correctly. Yeah, absolutely. But for just a movie, Vincent, I would say the Logan, Old Man Logan, whatever it's called, the last movie was not terrible. It was pretty good, and they really upped the violence level, man. Fucking, he was going off on people, so I like that. Prefer independent film studios over corporate media conglomerates? Yes, of course. Speaking of which, hail to Horror Mike if you're out there, buddy. I think he's got a show either today or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Horror Mike's nooner. Uh, Good dude, independent filmmaker. Check him out if you can. He's got a, believe, Witch's Tales anthology DVD for sale right now on Amazon. Oh, dude, the Namor thing. No, you stop. Compared to what? Wait a minute. What did I say was not terrible? Sorry. And I haven't even seen Rings of Power. I have no desire. So,
and silence.
I was just responding to chat a little bit. Oh, because I said Logan wasn't terrible? Really? You hated the Logan movie that bad? Wow.
Huh.
I mean, I didn't like what they did to Professor X, but as
Yeah,
far
it
as
wasn't. It was kind of a lame movie, you know.
I
So
mean,
so was the one where he goes up against the Japanese person. What
yeah,
you
oh,
know,
the
where he gets his
origin,
claws
what?
broke off.
Yeah.
What was the name of that one?
Um,
And did we really care?
was it?
Yeah, Namor as a guy looking. Let's face it, Aztec. Where do you get that? Silver Samurai. Yeah, now see Silver
Silver Samurai,
Samurai.
yeah.
If they would just stick to the original source material, we've said it again and again and again. If they'll stick to the original source material.
Well, they
And
would have had to stick to the Claremont story, which means it would have been good.
oh yeah,
And
Claremont. I mean, he's been such
they
a
can't
failure
fucking
over the
do
years.
that.
You know, we wouldn't want to go with something that worked for like 20 years. Hell
Yeah,
no.
God knows, Chris
God
Claremont was
knows that
a
we
complete
could
and
do
utter failure.
worse. Jeez.
Him and John Byrne and Terry Austin should hang their heads in shame.
No doubt. Line them up. Just saying.
I mean, talk about the death of comic books. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean they brought it around, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if they
nobody
didn't kill
ever
it, I
bought
don't
their
know who did.
crap. X-Men was selling like 250,000 copies a month.
Yeah, you
don't
like
even
eight
see close to
different
that now.
X-Men titles.
Yay! Superman's selling 60,000 a month. Batman's in 5 titles is the only thing selling over at DC.
Oh God,
Yeah, that's
this
sad.
is sad.
And you can't even give a Nightwing. You wouldn't want to read. Oh man, a
And I don't
Nightwing
even know
today.
where to start with Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
Man, is there even a Peter Parker anymore?
But now the
or
Sony, movies, I mean, I like that last Spider-Man movie
Wolverine
with
Origins, that's what
Wire
it
and
was.
all that.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent movie.
What's that?
There's some entertainment out there, but it's like here and there. Yeah. Yeah, Wolverine Origins was terrible. I mean, if you can't remember the name of it, how good was it, right, Joseph?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Werewolf by Night, man. I had high hopes for that, and
Yeah, I did.
It didn't go super heavy-handed on the
Yeah.
wokeness, but it was definitely there, man.
Yeah. Didn't they make? I heard they made like Man-Thing the pet or something.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, he was.
And was that zombie character? Was that just freaky or what? They destroyed the character, didn't they? They just threw him away.
Yeah, he was basically just the animated corpse of the dude that owned the Bloodstone or whatever.
Yeah, it's lame. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean they even had the one dude who's he was a crank thing. The guy was like cranking it up to make him move, and the
oh wow, yeah.
the
I mean, it looked lame.
Yeah,
I'm glad they did it in black and white because I want to see some more black and white
I
films.
did like the Man-Thing was not horrible,
right?
And I kind of liked the relationship they did with Man-Thing and Werewolf by Night.
Well,
but the guy that they had playing Werewolf by Night was fucking such a pussy.
I'm gonna buy it when it comes out on DVD. If I have the money, I'll come up with the money somewhere. I'll get a copy of it. I'll watch it.
Yeah,
but,
overall for like 55 minutes or whatever,
yeah.
it was better than most Marvel.
And so it's only 95% edible. The rest is poison. So
exactly, yeah. It's mercury. If you eat it, you will die.
Right. I mean, if you had it has just a little bit of arsenic in it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just it makes it
is that good
like
for
almonds.
you?
Don't worry
I
about
mean, we get desensitized to good stuff by backing this
you
crap.
like almonds, don't you?
Right. Exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. DC and Marvel are destroying my comic book memories. Blah. Yeah.
I know. It's
and that's why we're trying to bring back
like to
something.
Look at my most of my old collection. I don't even look at, for the most part, unless I get like some kind of, crazy just. Oh yeah, I gotta see that.
That's why I think the ball is in our court. To do good comics, Shadow.
Oh yeah, that's all I read anymore is CG books, man. If I'm gonna pick up a comic book,
are you gonna read my book? Are you gonna read my book?
I imagine I will.
Okay, well, it's only getting better, and some of the stuff I kind of shared with you has kind of been modified. So,
And yeah, and I don't know
think
what I can say or what I can't say.
I think I made it. You what now? Oh yeah,
I said
it's
I
hard to
don't
keep a
remember
secret, isn't it?
what I can say and what I can't say. So I just
Right,
I'm quiet.
and
Yeah,
just enjoy
I
the
know
ride.
nothing.
I mean,
I'm shocked. Yeah,
I can't tell you how
I
stoked
know
I am. That
nothing.
I got some of these uh from Vic, the pieces that we've been working on in the last year. Um, he dated a couple of them wrong. He dated it 2020, and they were all done this year. Yeah, and he says I do that
Freaking
sometimes. He's like the last 2 years they didn't happen. That's
freaking
what he told
stellar.
me. Yeah, there's Cortex, and the Killer Clown, of course.
I've
From
done that though, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and you will, in Silver Boa, most of it you will be happy to know that most of the story will center around the retro Silver Boa. Probably two
Oh, cool.
thirds of it. That's what I've got planned, and then probably the last third, the modern day Silver Boa. You know, but most of it will be the setup of the Silver Boa legacy. So you'll be happy to know that the most, in Silver Boa 1, you'll get mostly the retro Silver Boa.
Yes. All right. Cool.
Yeah, Lady of the Night, the modern Lady of the Night, the
Wait.
retro Lady of the Night.
Retro. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he did some great pieces. Slaver, of course. When I was on Red Valkyries last night, I hit up Krager. Now I'd mentioned something to him before, I think, and he
Kragan?
was open to it. And I
Oh, okay.
said, and I showed him this picture, and got his attention because he was working, and looking down, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, Krager, and he's like, I could do that. But yeah, man, that's in your wheelhouse, some monstrous monster like this.
Yeah, he's good at monsters.
Somebody said he looks happy there. He does kind of look happy there, doesn't he?
He looks like he's got the munchies.
Yeah, he does look like he has the munchies, and he's
He's
like
like, give me a Twinkie.
yeah, he's a predator of the dead. He preys on
Well, yeah,
zombies.
I guess a zombie
Crunches.
would be like a
And I didn't
Twinkie thing.
know. I wish I had known that I could go in and out, you know, or move it
Yeah,
around, you know. Yeah, I would have given them a better look because they're kind of small on screen. That
and you know
that
me,
Storm
I
Rider
love
piece,
black and white, dude. But this piece right there, I would love to see colored.
it's gonna get colored if she has time.
I mean, it only needs like 2 or 3
I
colors.
know, Lorenzo. I
Just a
keep hitting him up about that now. I
just
haven't privately, but yeah, I'll talk to him again. He
shades
never
of
listens
blue.
to me. Huh?
I said all this thing needs is like 3 shades of blue, and you're done.
I
Be
w
freaking amazing.
I mean, the blue would be like the black part. This would be all energy, right?
Well,
Be
that's
like
what I'm saying. Like
lightning light.
all the lightning parts. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
dude. I would. Yeah, I would
See, I would have
totally
loved to have
digitally
known.
blew that
It
out
just
in a bunch of
it
different
occurred to me too late that I can go in and out
whites
with the
and
mouse and control that and really give them a good look at the art, but I didn't do that. But they didn't mention
way to
any.
go, Rex.
I know I blew my chance,
Gee,
blew my wad and I
you
didn't
have
get
one
anywhere.
job, Rex.
I
One
know
job.
I had one job and I ruined it. Yep. Wouldn't be the
God
first time.
damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Look at the
My language.
expression. Look at that. I could have zoomed in on that.
How that was awesome, dude. I dig that. Yeah,
Yeah.
see? Now you figure it
So if I go out with it a little bit,
out. All right. So now
it's
when
that
we're on
it's
streams tonight, you can do this now. You know how to do this. So don't forget.
this here.
Yeah, like where you
Yeah.
can zero in on, blow things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow them up real good.
Blow real good.
Real good.
Hand me that dynamite, boy.
Yeah. Now I talked it over earlier, oh man, I could have showed the scratch. Look, and they're not really scratches. That's that white gel
Is
pen.
that jelly roll?
Yeah, Jelly Roll. Yeah.
But yeah, I
But
mean, it
see,
depends which
Spices,
artist you're.
I mean, look at this one. That
That's
looks
cool,
very
man.
ore black. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but see, Spices is opposite here. That's what we were going for, right? The stars are black and the space is white.
Right,
So
right.
really this black here, he's going to have to rescan this anyway. He put that in digitally. I really haven't liked it. It looks like cheap spray paint, you know.
Oh,
I
like
don't
around the
I don't like it.
edge there.
The periphery. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell him, please leave that out.
Yeah, I kind of questioned that when I saw it earlier, but
Yeah, he
that
needs
that
to work on that digital. But don't practice on me.
uh,
Wellington.
funny last night because he was like, "Hey Rex, I could scan that image in and finish inking it digital and get it done for you really quicker." And you're like, "No, that's fine. Take
That's
your
right.
time."
Yeah, he's got time, As long as I
I
get
just
it
thought,
in by like
yeah, nope,
November,
nope.
he's still got time. If he'll get on it this week, if he doesn't, well, it's 9/11. We should remember the people who, perished on 9/11. I always look at the clock twice a day, and if I see, look at the clock and go,
9/11. What the fuck?
it just reminds
Oh,
me. I
you
can't
mean the
think of
time?
9/11 on the clock without thinking of that day in 9/11. I was
Wow.
in a federal courthouse that day
Right. Dude, I
for
was in a
for most of the day.
I
Yeah.
was working on a treadmill in a a gym, a local,
Yeah.
workout joint. And I looked up at all the big screens, because in the
Uh-huh.
cardio room, it's just
Uh-huh.
like a wall of big screens, and then you got bikes and treadmills and what have you. And I look up and I see this plane crash into fucking the Twin Towers, and I'm
Oh,
like, oh wow, that's
yeah.
pretty wild. And then I
Yeah.
go back to working on the treadmill, and then about 10 minutes later, I look up and like everything
This,
is, crazy alerts and shit.
yeah.
I thought it was a movie. I had no idea what I was
Well,
looking
we had to be in court. So I was over at my mom's about 8 o'clock or something early in the morning, and I turned the TV on, and one of the towers was already hit and on fire. So I was like, oh, what's this? And then
Right.
about that time, the second one hit the other tower, and I said, this is terrorism. That was the first thing that went in my mind, because there's not one, okay, it's an accident, maybe,
Oh,
but
bro,
two,
I thought it was full on attack.
yeah.
I
Oh, and
mean,
they
I
could have,
called I called my daughter in Texas. I was
yeah,
like, I don't care where you're at, go home, hunker down, get the fuck away from the city.
right.
If you're anywhere near,
See,
Houston, get the hell out.
I created Silver Boa, his design and everything, his costume, like where the pleating is like on his shoulders, it's on the outside, but on his legs, it's on the inner part, you know, to mix things up design wise. And
Right, right.
so I kind of, like the modern day Silver Bow, but the retro is kind of growing on me. I like both, but I can't help but love this because he knocked it out of the park. This was the first time he drew Silver Boa, and you know, he finished it up recently with the buildings in the background, the rain, and he redid, and made the gargoyle look more badass and everything. But
Yeah.
which, I was happy with the happy little gargoyle he was standing on, but yeah, I mean, but I just said, could we put him on a gargoyle like Batman, above the city?
Yeah, yeah.
And,
The
I
classic
can't
pose,
help,
yeah.
since I designed this character a few years ago, I can't help but look at him and be very proud of his design and, you know, the original design, because this is the original design. There's only a slight difference, on how I drew him,
Yeah.
in the face, but I'm fine with that. And I can see where people would say, well, that looks like the Shocker somewhat, but the Shocker did not come into my thinking whatsoever, you know. And he's still got the retro pleated pants there because I thought, you know, if he squeezes and grapples with a guy, he needs space for his legs, you know, a little bit more. And I just wanted that retro look, even in the, you know, even in the modern day version, you know. And really that kind of gave me the idea later for the retro. You know, why not make a retro version of Silver Boa? I mean, of course, he has more Captain America like boots. You know, his utility belt, if that's what you want to call it, it's a little different. His mask, and you know, his costume's a little different, but it's basically the same design. You know, the scaling on the outside of the arms, but on the inside of the legs. It's the little things, Shadowhawk, the little things. I can't wait to explore some of these newer characters like, you know, Sweet Baby there. Look at that face. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Nope. I'm sorry, Shadowhawk. I was on another screen. Didn't see you dipped out.
Yeah, yeah. I accidentally kicked myself, of course.
Yeah. I
I
did
was
that
just,
last
I
night
was
too.
sitting back there listening to you talk to me, going, "Oh, yeah, Rex doesn't realize I'm not here."
Yeah. To be fair, Sharker was always weak sauce. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was,
I mean, you
he
know,
was,
but I mean,
he's just like what do you call it? A jumped up thug, you know.
you know, the one thing about Spider-Man is his agility, you know, his quickness. And he,
Oh,
you know, he's kind of a grappler, a wraparound type guy too, you know.
oh, well, sure, he's a spider. I mean, you know, he's
Yeah, right.
spider like.
Yeah.
But and then also, you know, the spider sense, which you know you can't sneak up on him and attack him
Spider
from
sense
behind.
tingling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's what I put in the icon here. You can see he kind of has a spider-like sense off there, you know.
Who created the original spider tingle? Was that Ditko? Was it, who was?
That was from the very beginning.
Yeah,
That was Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Yeah,
and Steve Ditko. Okay,
yeah.
'cause that was always cool, man. You'd see
Now, one thing that's
those
not
little lines.
known, uh, in widely known in Tales to Astonish, number 60, um, Ditko changes. The Hulk used to change when it got dark, kind of like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When he
the
would always
moon and
change it
everything. You
at
know, he
night, kind of.
changed,
Yeah.
and that was very limiting. But it was Ditko that came up with the idea that when he gets angry, and that's first expressed in Tales to Astonish number 60.
Oh.
That, you know, a little bit of pricey back issue, but well worth getting right now because at one day, you know, that'll be widely known that this was the first time he got angry and changed, and that'll be a very key issue. So there's my collector's tip for today. Go out and buy you a Tales to Astonish 60 in near mint condition if you can find it. That'll cost you, but it won't cost you
Disclaimer:
near as much as it will in the future. Say what?
Rex is not a financial advisor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't know whether investing in comics is the best idea or not.
This comic may or may not go up in value. Invest at your own.
Well, comics can go down. I mean, you know, Hobgoblin came out, you know, first appearance of Hobgoblin, and it was a hot book and it went up to like $60 and then it came down. Or another book that went up to about $60 because it was a low print run was G.I. Joe #2, but then they found a bunch at a warehouse and the price went down. So, It's just like the stock market things, but generally overall comics do better than the stock market, they
Make some
say.
calls today because I can't walk.
But you need to know what invested in. No, that's not his peen coming out of his belt, Lorenzo. That's a cable. I just noticed that. I expect better out of you, Lorenzo. And Lorenzo said, you said I could come on at any time. Well, I've actually, if you remember, Lorenzo, I've dropped the link in the chat, or at times it said, Lorenzo, you can come on if you want. And I don't do it. I'd sent him the link many, many times. I deleted my comment. Okay. You didn't have to. What really sucks is this investment corporations are buying rare, valuable yeah, and then you can buy shares in these high dollar books. But that happened in the 80s too, Joseph, with the investors on Wall Street. There was a big Wall Street boom, which kind of conflated in a balloon the market up. And then it came crashing down along with, Image Comics, really. Like to hear what Shadowhawk has to say about that, but he's gone.
No, I'm here. The wife is getting ready to go to work. So.
Okay. Joseph Dredd said, what really sucks is these investment corporations are buying rare, valuable comics now, Shadow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was making the point that they did
that's
that.
Been going on for a long time.
They did that in the 80s.
Yeah.
But was it the crash of Image?
Yeah, it got really bad in the 90s.
Was it the crash of Image that brought it all down?
Probably, yeah.
See, I think some of the investors were dipping out by the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, there was a lot of
but there was a lot sucked into the Image. They were buying multiples. I know some investors, they bought pallets full of Image comics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't get stuck that bad, Shadow, compared to some people.
No, I bought like 2 of everything.
Now I had a friend, okay, the guy that I bought the Adler collection from, Robert, he didn't go the Image route. He invested in Valiant, the pre-Valiant stuff.
Oh, dude, well, I did that too.
And he made out like a bandit.
Dark Horse.
Well, the thing about Valiants, though, you probably won't get higher than a 9.8. And he's gotten all those Valiants graded, multiple Valiants graded 9.8. And let's face it, people were putting stuff back and investing by that time. They had been for a while. And so there's a lot of 9.8s, of those books, compared to some.
Well,
but they did have a good paper quality.
You got to think about the numbers they were printing back then too, man. It was crazy compared to.
Well, like Harbinger #1 became hot, and again, it was worth $60, but it's went down, but it's went back up again. So
yeah,
things fluctuate, but generally they steadily go up and up and up. And they can take jumps, kind of like the Eternals, right? They went up during the before the release of the movie, and that's when you need to sell it right before the movie comes out.
Yeah, it's kind of like the stock market. You gotta hit it when it's hot.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I'm against slab comics, so is Shadowhawk. I am
comics
too.
Are meant to be read.
Yeah, I am too. I do have some slab comics. I am going to, something I'm going to sell that's a key issue, like the first appearance of Harley Quinn, to raise some money. I am going to get slab because, and if you can always take them out of the slab and read them,
Yeah,
a lot of collectors do that. They want to know that the condition is there, but they want to, a more practical. I want to be able to read it too. Comics are meant to be read, not behind plastic. I agree, Joseph. It's kind of like when the direct market came in. Who knew that just in a very few years that the market was going to die because you took comics out of the grocery stores, off spinner racks, out of pharmacies, out of drugstores.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of shot ourselves in the same foot, and I wonder if we are by slabbing the comics as well. You know, but it does have a purpose, and it's here to stay. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but grading is very subjective, and you know, you just do the best you can.
I
But
just
now when I do agree with Mile High Comics, Chuck Rosansky. If you've got a key issue to sell, you know, and you're trying to make the most money of it, you're leaving money on the table if you don't have it slabbed, you know, pressed and slabbed. I do, and maybe even cleaned, you know. I do agree with that. I mean, if you were selling a vintage car, you would wash and wax it, right? And clean it out, vacuum it out, and make it look at the best, you know, buff out all the scratches or whatever, little minor scratches or
sure.
so. I mean, you know, you should with your key books too. You know, I mean the ones that are worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. I do agree with Chuck Rosansky on that you're leaving money on the table if you don't have it slabbed. And that's what I'm going to do with my Harley Quinn #1 or you know, Batman Adventures #12, first appearance of
Yeah,
Harley.
I mean, yeah, I guess with certain issues, I could
If you're
see.
just going to sell it, and if somebody
Uh,
wants to buy it and
yeah,
open
and
up
if
the
it's
slab,
just
they can.
and if it's just an investment or what have you. But I
Yeah,
mean, to me, I don't want to spend all that money
right,
on a slabbed issue that
right,
especially if I haven't read it. I
right,
mean, if I've got a reader copy, then maybe I don't know.
right. Well, you know, I mean, there's some great comics out there that have iconic, great covers, but the insides suck.
That's true too. But
You
I
know,
mean, that's
so it
comic
wouldn't
books,
be so
bro.
bad in
I
that
mean,
situation. But
that's comic. That's the
yeah,
thing. Sometimes the
I
cover is
totally agree with you,
amazing.
Shadow.
The
I would
inside
rather
just
have access to them and read them. You know, uh, but you know what? With some of these old brittle comics, or you know, not that they're brittle, but I mean, in some cases they are. But you know,
yeah,
it does offer some added protection for these old, you know, and helps preserve them. So I kind of like that. And like I say,
yeah.
you can always crack it out of the case. You
But if
know,
you got a good bagging board and you're
having something slabbed is
taking
not that
care of them,
expensive. You know. If I had a Action Comics #1, I'd absolutely want it slabbed because
oh well, yeah.
that
Well,
stuff's
like I
been
said, certain books, man. I mean,
certain books, certain key books, right?
yeah. I mean, I could
Yeah.
see, yeah.
I
If
think
it's
one of
an
the best investments for the money is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in Batman Adventures #12 for a bevy of reasons. You know, it's still a good investment. It's still, you know, if you had to pay $1,000 for one, um, you know,
oh,
in
you cut out there
9.8
for a second, right?
condition, I say do it because it'll be that book will be worth 15, 20,000 in, you know, 10, 15 years.
You think?
I think, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, if they don't kill the Harley brand, you know, which they're trying to do with all this lesbian crap,
they
then
might have already, man.
yeah, they may have already. Yeah.
I mean, they pretty much killed most of DC at this point.
Are you making a second cup of coffee?
Actually, a third.
A third, and I haven't even had my second. I think that's what I'm going to go do now is make a second cup of coffee. And but man, I've enjoyed this, Shadow. You know, this has been a good stream. I really didn't think I was going to go 3.5 hours, but
Oh,
you know,
no shit. Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
that's what good conversation will do for you.
There you go.
And I could always talk comics. Hello. If not, I need to sell my 30,000 that I have, you know.
Yeah. What are
Yeah.
you doing with all that crap?
What am I doing with it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not gonna talk about them, and
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. And
All right,
today
hold
on
on.
today's
Somebody
show,
wants to say.
I'll show
Somebody
you.
wants to say
Oh,
good morning.
good morning.
Dog.
Yeah.
Say
How
good
could you
morning,
not? How could you not love that face?
Say good
Really?
morning, Daisy.
Yeah.
He loves a butt rub.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good girl.
So does Abby, but I think maybe she's been bit by a flea or two, and it
Yeah.
feels good. I don't know. I need to dip her again. Give her a bath. She's outside now enjoying the
Yeah.
warmer weather and the sunshine.
Yeah, actually, Daisy just had a bath yesterday. I got home and the
Yeah.
girl surprised me. She was still slightly moist when I came in the door.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, why is she wet?
we're gonna try and sell your first appearance of Salamandroid later on Vic's channel,
Who what?
aren't we?
No. That was the Hiawatha brothers.
The Hall of Heroes.
No. That's Hiawatha. I'm not selling mine.
Oh, that was Hiawatha's copy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like I said, I was double tasking.
Yeah,
You
no,
know.
Hiawatha offered up that one, dude. No, that mine is that's mine.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, I was saying, I bought one for a killer price. I mean, I'll get mine down because I'm kind of
Oh, bro,
curious, but I know it was 140 something, and I jumped
yeah,
on that.
I got mine for cover price back
And
in the
mine's
day.
8.0, so that's very fine. And
Yeah.
if you pressed it, it might even get, higher. But
I've still actually got the original little shipping. It was way before Gemini mailers.
depending on what Ethan does with the brand, I mean, because he could stroke out and die today, and then where would Cyberfrog be? Dead in the water, probably.
Yeah, halfway done.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I would hope that we get Wreck Planet.
Well, I mean, he's got a 4-part arc, planned.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll get my hell salad today, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Did you get all your standees? He still owes you some standees, huh?
I gotta still check my Indiegogo, man. I gotta go back through my account. It's a pain in the ass going through and searching through.
I think I passed on the John Malin tractor one. I really thought about it, but I think I
Yeah.
did pass on it.
I got the
I got
Malin,
most of the main characters, and
got
I
the
didn't get
Malin,
I didn't get
Peter,
the
and
villains.
I swear I got a couple of the villains.
Yeah.
I should have had. I think there was wasn't there a Wanger one? The T-Rex.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I was supposed to have that one. So
I'm just glad that I
I'm
was able
guessing
to
I
get
got
that lunchbox, because that was only available for 1 week.
Yeah, I kind of jumped on that one. So that might have been part of like the package deal on that one or something.
Joseph Dredd ordered a EVS's Wreck Planet Kelsey Shannon variant cover. I don't even remember what that one looks like.
Oh, is that the chopper where Cyberfrog's on the chopper?
Get to the chopper.
No, a motorcycle chopper. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
like an old
chopper.
No, like old school. Oh shit! What the hell was that movie? Rebel Without a Clue. Oh,
Rebel Without a Clue. Really? Okay. What he said. Yeah, it was an American chopper Cyberfrog. I don't know if I've seen that.
yeah.
Anyway, Lorenzo says, I backed over 100 campaigns since late 2018. It gets stressful trying to keep track of so many campaigns. What's frustrating for me is they don't have all my history of what I backed up there. And it may be under a different account. I may have signed in differently or something, but I need to find out that early stuff because I'm not getting one of the books because of it, because he wants me to screenshot it for him. And I can't screenshot it. It goes back only like to May of last year. And I was backing back in 2020.
Right.
And I backed when I started.
Wow,
when I started
mine
buying
goes
off
all the
it.
way back to 2018.
When I started backing off Indiegogo, I backed 10 campaigns in one day. And that was like Oddity, Wreck Planet, Pineapple Perception. I mean, there was a lot of good stuff coming out that, then.
I probably would have been Blood Honey at the time, not Wreck
Yeah,
Planet.
Captain Infinity says 100. Well, I mean, Shadowhawk's backed 300 and what?
327.
327, 327 campaigns.
Yep.
I guesstimate that I've backed
I'll
about
throw
50.
my numbers up against anybody.
I've backed about 50, about half of what Lorenzo has, something like that. Do you have an email for your purchase at Devil Flyer Momentum? What do you mean? Do I have an email for your purchase? Oh, an email. Well, I know I backed it because I wrote it down.
Oh, yeah, it might be in there.
I just know the artist told me he wanted me to screenshot it off of Indiegogo, which I could find if I just ask him for that information.
Yeah. Have you contacted Indiegogo about it yet?
No, I haven't. No, Tank told me. And I don't even know how to Tank. How to
just
do that.
you just send him a message. If you go on the Indiegogo page, there's a little scroll down somewhere, and
Okay.
it'll say
I'm not
send a
getting my
message.
full history. Please, show my
Yeah,
full
yeah.
history.
And they'll have somebody from tech support call you or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, because mine goes all the way back to 2018, dude, from my first post.
Joseph says I need to get some breakfast. See you, Joseph. Yeah, we're closing it out anyway. Captain Infinity says, wow, how many of those delivered? So far, 100%, except for the ones I had got.
So far for me, about 98%, except for a couple that are still
I haven't got stuck yet.
Dragging ass.
Well, I mean, there's some that's dragging ass, but you really can't say that they haven't delivered.
But you know what? And even ones that have taken a long time are coming out. Hammerella is being delivered now.
Oh, see, that's coming to me too. Yeah, I can't wait
that
for
was
that.
like 2 years ago.
I will sit down and read
that one heavy.
Yeah, I'll sit down and read that one. When you back the campaign, Indiegogo should have sent you an email.
Yeah,
but I did really have to go way back. I mean, we're talking 2020. You
should still
dragging ass. I know.
I think you can pull it up.
Well, I'll just contact Indiegogo. That would be, and ask them to call me or give me my full.
That's the easy way to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna have what? What do you call it? An auction? What would you call it? To have get BEOWAR funded.
A fundraiser.
A fundraiser. There we go. Because he is sitting at 93%. Has less than a week. I mean, he's on day 5 something. It says 6 days, but it's not a full 6 days. So it's 5 and some change days left. So we're coming right down to it. We're talking little over $300. If somebody would buy the cover, the variant cover, the Tell and L cover, we'd be just about there. Or a couple of tiers of Cathal. That's the thing about it, to make that big money, you got to have big tiers. And not every campaign has that. But I think Vic's done well at that. I think he will get funded. I would like to see him get funded in the next, 2-3 days for sure. I'd like to see him get funded over the weekend, or at least the first part of next week before he goes on Michael Mancroft and some of these other shows. He might do better, to go on the shows underfunded and then get funded, because people like to do that, make a spectacle out of it. I just want to see him have some security, because he's working on my stuff, and if he got, You know, if he
Maybe
goes
that.
under, then I'm like, okay, well, I've lost a great artist. And CG will have lost a great artist, you know. I mean, it
Yeah.
might kick the can around here and there, but it's not going to be the same. It's still going to be a struggle. Let's face it. You know, he's not in a good situation. He knows it, but he's willing to suffer for his art. That's what I'm talking about, Shadow. He's willing to suffer
Exactly.
for his art. You know, I
And
respect that
and
way
if he
more than
can
I do his art. I respect
and
the
if he
struggle.
can get this first campaign
Yeah,
successfully,
successful,
uh,
right?
fulfilled, launched, back, all that good
I
stuff.
mean, I had a
Uh,
successful first campaign and I got funded right at the end of 30 days, the first month, but
yeah,
it was a small campaign. And for what it was, fine. But I have not really done a full campaign to see what, and really it is about building your brand, you know. And I think
good.
it wouldn't have been such a struggle with BEOWAR had he been like 2 years, like John Malin said, building his channel, getting better known, you know. And Vic needs to get out there in chats more, you know.
Yeah,
He just does. He needs to make the
because
rounds more.
Vic is especially when he's like on other people's channels and stuff like that. He's a good guest, man. He's funny. He's quick,
Yeah,
with responses.
you're
He's
kidding,
done.
right? We're talking about Vic. He's like,
No, dude, he's done really well on most of the interviews I've seen him on.
oh well, on their
It's
interviews, yeah.
amazing.
But I mean, on his own
No, on
channel,
his own channel,
he's
no.
like,
But when somebody's interviewing him, he's like
uh,
it's amazing. He's like a whole
slow.
different dude, man.
Can't think. Yeah, I mean, he takes forever. He was like, he sets this up, and then you're waiting and waiting for like 10
Yeah,
seconds
dude,
for him to
like
speak.
go rewatch that when he was on with Mandy
Oh,
for the
well, that,
BEOWAR.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, he was just
You
like
have
quick
to be, or
witted. He was
if he did
he
the same thing, it'd
yeah.
be like, is there a learning disability here? What the hell?
I
I'm just being
mean, he
honest.
was on his game that night,
Oh,
man.
that's
I
good.
I
Yeah,
loved
yeah. Who's Vic? Oh, he's the
it.
artist that did all that work that I just showed you on the files. He's Vic King, goes under King. Um,
Vicious
uh,
Ink comic.
yeah, Vicious Ink Comics. Let me copy the BioWar link, and then I'll also share the link to his
There you go.
website, or not his website, but yeah, and he got on John Malin's too, right?
Yeah. Well, I know Malin's mentioned him a
Dang,
couple
man,
of times.
Rex, Hex, and Apex is going to be coming up soon.
What time does that start, Rick?
No rest for the weary. Say what?
I said, what time does that start?
It'd be 12 Eastern. It'd be 11 Central.
11 our time. Okay.
Yeah. I'll get Vic's channel here. Yeah, I mean, you know, he did what? A stream that said 89% funded. Well, now he's 93% funded. That's awesome.
I thought it was like is it 93? I thought it was like 96.
It's 93.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what it says. And here's the link to his channel if you want to check that out. Working with Vic, yeah, Captain Infinity is on Rex's. Today was great fun. When Vic's doing layouts for me, he's on fire. I see. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm out of here. Got to start my day. Yeah, me too. Shadowhawk, you take care of that knee.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah, I know you are. Thank you, everyone, for coming in, making this a longer coffee stream, but that's what happens sometimes. It's what happens. We had some good conversation. We could talk all day comics, I think, Shadow.
Hello. See you later.
Yeah. Hello. See you later. Well said. And keep collecting.